Hey, welcome back, everybody. Happy Wednesday, as always. Oh, wait, I think I'm gonna mess something up. Nope, we're good. We're good. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to Kdog After Dark. This week on the show, I am joined, of course, no coughing. I am joined. I'm doing my intro. Gosh. Now I'm all thrown off. No, this week, of course, co-hosted by Shredder OG. Shredder, wave. Hi. He's busy drinking now. No.
Hello.
Wave to everybody through audio. Oh, okay. Wave to everybody through audio, you know, when this goes up on the podcast. That's always the funny part. Like, if you're listening to it later, you don't see all the funny interactions that I provoke. Right. And then also special guest this week, the one and only DJ Illcat herself. There we go.
Hello,
Shredder just learned tonight.
Sorry for coughing.
Yeah, I know. How dare she? Shredder just learned tonight that she was a DJ. I actually didn't know that until towards the end of knowing you on Mixer myself, so I mean I can't really hold that against him too much. No, stop attacking my foot, cat.
That's okay.
No, honestly,
that's why I love these shows, man. I get to meet like so many cool people through you, so that's why I enjoy doing these so much.
Yep, it's I enjoy this. Is the highlight of my week.
People know I do that.
Dude, and the thing is, and I was about to go more into it, but she's really fucking good too. Like, I mean, like, obviously, like, Mixer had like, a couple and all that, but then I go around like Twitch a little bit. It's like you go around the Mixer, the music category, and I of course have like, some people on the IRL Facebook and that they DJ on Twitch and everything. I'm like, okay, I go and check them out, and then like, but I'm holding everybody to ill's standards, and I'm just like,
God.
well, this is kind of boring.
I feel that. I feel what you're saying too, because like with like the technologies that we have too nowadays, like when someone tells me, oh, I make music, I expect like the little glow soundboards where they're just like pushing the little squares.
Yeah, the little like MIDI boards.
Yeah, and it's like you're making a beat, which is sick. Like me and my old roommate, when I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, we used to make beats at his house all the time. And for me to say that I make music, like, yeah, it was good, but I mean, anybody can do it now. Like when I got to see like a preview of what she did, and I was like, yeah, she knows what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah,
she's got all the equipment. It's not just like an app on her phone that's like beat maker or something.
Yeah, no, it's a whole setup, and it is great. If you guys haven't, we'll go through it a little bit at the end, but of course, Illcat, small I, 3 capital L's _ KAT. If you're here at the beginning, go drop her a follow there on Twitch, and we have all the other socials, and we'll get into that later.
I'm not gonna lie, when I looked you up, I definitely put Lil Cat.
I know everyone does that. I always think of rebranding it, but I'm like,
no, I like it. I like it.
I like it myself too.
It makes it unique.
Yeah.
So before we get, I have a couple other things that of course I want to bring up. But besides DJing, who is Illcat? I always like to do the sell yourself in 30 seconds kind of thing. Tell us who is Illcat.
Put her on blast like right away.
Exactly.
First
I love doing that.
I'm a registered nurse. First and foremost, that is my career. I'm a registered nurse, and then I work in chronic dialysis, and I work in surgery. So I help out doctors in surgical procedures.
That's
I
awesome.
cut people.
but for good, not just like
We're good. I save lives.
Yeah, not just like running around going ha stab. Yeah, not like that.
That's scary too. Like if a registered nurse were to go all like crazy like that, they know where to get you.
I know. I'm your typical Filipino nurse. I didn't want to be a nurse in the beginning. I actually wanted to be a music producer.
That makes sense, being that the DJ thing,
Like you got an artery here, you got an artery here.
mix. Oh, that's no good. No, so obviously registered nurse, like I said, and I hugely respect that about you. And that's like your schedule is always a little off because of that, correct? Like it kind of varies a little bit,
That's like
Yeah. Well, because like today. No, I was gonna say today, like you used to do your traffic jams things on Thursdays and like back on Mixer, and so now is it more of a Wednesdays thing, or is it just kind of like schedule up in the air?
Today was a pop-up just because I have a lot of personal stuff this week going on. and I won't be able to stream tomorrow. So I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna stream Wednesday.
I liked it. I was doing my notes and everything for the show, and I opened up ill just to, you know, kind of chill because I saw that she was on and she was doing the traffic jams thing, and I was like, hell yeah, this is like, it was great. Do you like actually record / sell any of your mixes or anything like that, or you just kind of just go with it? Have you ever done that? Or
I go with it. I don't sell anything. A lot of the stuff I do is I just mix music. I don't really produce. I've tried producing, and it's not at the quality that I want it, so I never put it out. And
I'm just saying, if you had,
is it not quality to you?
It's not quality to me.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah. I was saying, because if you had a
original.
3-hour like demo thing, like if you just recorded a stream of you doing your mixing and all that and put that on Spotify or on YouTube as like a 3-hour thing, I would have that like in the background while I was gaming all the fucking time, because it is solid. Like
That's how it is. That's how it is for most like people in the music industry, though, too. Like her saying that it's not quality to her, because it was the same thing with me. Like when I was telling you that I made music, you know, I would sit there and I'm like, this does not sound good. And then you bring people in and they're like, dude, that's hype. Like, that's sick. But at the same time, you're thinking they're just saying that because, and like, whenever you ask somebody like about your personal stuff, your friends are always going to say it's hype. Your friends are always going to say it's hype, even when it's not, you know, like your true friends will say that sounds like shit, you know, maybe later when there's not so many people around.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
but I get where
Shredder,
she's
that was
coming
kind
from,
of,
where she's no, and I wish people were more like that, you know. Like I said, my true friends will tell me if I have a booger hanging out of my nose instead of it letting it just dangle there because they're embarrassed, you know. That's like, if I got a booger, tell me, please.
True. So I do always like to, or well, recently the last like couple weeks, what I've made sure to start doing is I like to get certain stories also to tell of the guests. So I heard that you're kind of selfish in Warzone, which kind of makes me a little hesitant to play with you later, because she has a bad habit, I guess, of buying armor plates instead of rezzing people and buying her team back in. That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know if you want to expand about this. No, that's just, I'm not ratting anybody out. I'm just this is what I heard through the grapevine and through the community, that's a thing.
It only happened once. It only happened once.
That's where all reputations start.
Like when you're streaming and playing at the same time, your brain's kind of like not knowing what to do at times. But yes, I didn't res my friend.
Gosh, how dare you?
The money that I was supposed to res my friend with, I ended up buying 2 things, and my friend was like, "You bought 2 things," and I'm like, "What?" And I looked at him like, why do you care if what I bought? And so he told me that we didn't even buy our friend back.
Good job. So later,
did you really win?
Yeah, I was.
I don't even know who won.
Later, when we're playing Warzone, you guys be ready for that. All right, I've already mentally prepared myself, but you know, no, that's
awesome.
It's not gonna be that bad.
That's so
sure.
Awesome. No, please don't res him, just so I can watch him rage.
Don't. I'm just gonna, every time we go to the buy station, hey, I'm dead. I'm dead.
Just do it for the meme. Just do it for the meme.
Do it for the meme. Hey, content. At the end of the day, it's content. No.
Exactly.
And then I'll drop all my money. I'll go down to 0 and res you, just so you can be sure that I didn't buy anything.
Shit.
We'll see. But that's it. Of course, we're going to be talking a little bit more throughout the show, but as we start to get into it, again, welcome everybody as you kind of join in. If you are new to the show, of course, or your first time, or even a veteran, I always like to say, welcome. We see you. We appreciate you guys in chat. Chat it up. We are going to be looking at chat all throughout, but if we don't respond right away, it is because we are recording live, so we might text in chat or respond, so that way we don't cut each other off. But we do see you, any follows, hosts, for all of us. We do appreciate it. I promise we see it, even if we don't respond right away. If there is something that we miss or you want a little more clarification on that we miss in chat, link is there in the chat for the Discord. I have the live Q&A section and also the reference area for a lot of the things that we're going to talk about tonight that I won't kind of show on the show. So if you want a little bit more information on them, you can hit up in there. And then at the end of the show, we'll touch base in Discord and see if anybody typed anything, which last week it was JoJo herself as a co-host typed in live Q&A, I want to suck your toes. So that was a great way to end the show. I opened that up at the end. It's like, can I suck your toes?
I'm not a foot person. I don't think I'd ever be into that ever.
No. That's a whole different side of Twitch, though.
I don't get it. I don't understand the fascination of like sucking on someone's toes. Like my feet are filthy right now. And I'm inside.
But I mean, it's one of the biggest things.
Have you ever had it done to you, though?
No, because okay, so I'm afraid like. I forget what movie it is.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Ill's over here like, I'm not saying that I love it, but if he wants to do it.
I don't know if this is Twitch appropriate, but I say the same thing to like my friends who are, I wouldn't say they're homophobic, right? They're definitely just not comfortable with themselves, and I say the same thing about sucking dick.
I say there's a time, don't knock until you try everything at least once. There's a time to try everything, and that time is college. So, if you need to go back to college for it.
I just give people a hard time all the time with that, Like, have you ever had a wiener in your mouth? No? Well, you can't talk shit about it.
That's a different type of hard time.
Come back to me when you finally get your toe stuck, and then you tell me.
I'm texting Buns right now. I'm texting Buns.
No. She'll say no.
Be like, hey,
she's on the same boat.
Tonight, just kind of, take one for the team.
Honey. Like, just put like a slab of honey or peanut butter on it.
No, but see, that's the thing is like I'm afraid.
like a dog, like licking the fucking thing, like fucking.
I'm afraid I'll kick her in the face. You know what I mean? Because I'm a ticklish person, so I feel like I would kick her in the face by accident.
Oh God. Oh, there's a cat. Speaking of, there's literally a cat laying on my foot right now. But anyways, getting off topic on toes here. That's how the web show goes. That's why it goes like two and a half, however many hours, and I have to reel it back in. That's what I'm here for. And that's the exact antithesis of what Shredder's here for. Shredder's here to derail us like he just did whenever he's on the show. But going into first topic of the night, the biggest news, I think, from this last week is the announcement of the new Nvidia cards. Blown away, personally. This announcement came out yesterday, had the whole thing. I'm going to pull up here the video so you can kind of all watch that as well. I won't put the audio, I should have said this before, I won't put the audio through to you guys, because then it'll like cut out and be weird for you guys. So if you want to unmute the stream, then you can, but it'll be a second or two behind. But that being said, so this was the video, not obviously the full 40-minute thing that they did for the reveal, but this was the start of it, which is the 2-minute reveal for the 3080. And it's just... Like, I love that they're showing, like, the history of, like, every card. Yep.
They're like, this is what we've learned throughout the years to make it work. Yeah, pretty cool.
Like, and I've watched a lot of videos, and I have a couple of them linked in the Discord there for you guys if you want some more information. But going into what they did to make this card, or this new series, is insane. Like, there's a whole video on the thermal dynamics that they talk about there that had to go into this card, and it's awesome. Like, I mean, the video is like getting me almost as hype as like a game reveal. You know, like it's a good video. You know.
It's a beautiful video.
Yeah, it really is.
That's what I thought when I first saw it.
It's solid. It got me hyped just freaking watching it just that little bit.
Chad.
All right, there we go. Should be back. Should be back. I think.
All right, yes, you're back.
I
don't know.
I got the stupid toothbrush commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
Got that toothbrush commercial with a Beck song. Love it.
You gotta love it. All right. Anyways, what was I about to say? Oh no, the video and everything honestly made me feel amazing. That being said, a little bit of information about it. Like I said, there are more things in the Discord and that for you guys to check out if you want a little more information on the technical side of how it all got built. But the whole system, little information. Obviously, they announced the 3070, the 3080, and the 3090. This is the second generation with ray tracing. This uses their new Ampere technology as opposed to, what was it? The Turing technology, which was the 2080. They had talked about how the Ampere technology is going to be so much better. But even and I'll get into this a little more, even I didn't realize how much better this was going to be. Like, I was excited for this line of cards, but if you look at the performance difference that these cards have over the current era, and this is coming from somebody who even a week and a half ago, I was telling people that were looking into buying PCs, like, I was telling them, like, I probably won't upgrade because there's really no reason. If you have, like, 1080s and all that, yeah, upgrade with the new thing, but there's really not a huge performance, to price difference for the new, the next line, because traditionally there hasn't been. But what they revealed is that the 3070, which is the third rung of this new graphics card line, is actually slightly better at $499, mind you. So the third lowest, $499, is slightly better than their last generation flagship, the one that I have, the 2080 Ti, which I spent $1,400 fucking of. The consoles coming out, which I was going to mention later. You have the new consoles coming out that have like ray tracing, but then also supposedly they took such a hit from sales from last generation that it, like I said, $1,400. Like, this is their flagship one right now is this 3090, which is $1,400, $1,499, and it far outpaces anything. But I don't think they're planning on selling that. They're planning on selling the $699 one. Yeah, that's going to be their main goal here. If they, like, just the performance difference, you're having over 2 times performance difference and 1.9 times power efficiency over the most recent generation, and the price difference. I think that they maybe took so much of a hit from the last generation, and constantly we saw cards going up in price. That's why I was expecting these cards to go up in price again. Okay, they're going to be better technology, whatever. I'm going to be paying another $1,500 for a card. I didn't want to do that. That's why I said I wasn't going to. That being said, they're not. I'm tempted to pay $499 to get a new card that's better than my TI, Yeah. Better than my $1,500 card that I bought a year and a half ago. Like, it's insane. Like, so Shredder, you what do you have in your, like, gaming and streaming rig?
2060.
Which was a $400 card or so?
Yeah. You know me, I'm newer to the
the
PC
the hardcore PC side, and of course
I'm actually saving to, like, buy a whole new, like, rig, like, just build my own from scratch. So this would be perfect to put into that budget.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the thing, like, budget wise. And then so like, what do you use for your streaming PC, like, video card?
I think I have a 1080. I think.
Yeah, a 1080, which is a great card.
It works. It works good.
Yeah.
I can't complain about it.
But I mean, so even if you're running like a 1080, especially if you're running the 1080 on the old Pascal system, like, this is the time to upgrade, because you can get like, I just, for $499, you're getting a card that is faster. I mean, not hugely faster, but slightly faster than my 2080 Ti that was, $1,400. And that's just
Right.
the baseline. That's the third string one. The last time there was this much of a performance increase in generations was back in 2004. That's how long it's been since we've had like almost double performance per year. Normally it's like incremental. That's why I was telling people, hey, I probably, I have a 2080 Ti. Why would I want to do that? Like my 2080 Ti by recent year, styles, every past generation, my 2080 Ti would still be on par, better than the 3070 and probably the 3080. It would probably be a little bit better.
They've always talked about that too. Like, they've always talked about graphics cards. They try to sell it that way too, where it's like, oh, if you buy our graphics card, you won't have to buy another one for X amount of years.
Yeah.
Like, they've always talked about that.
Yeah, because it's incremental. Every other generation almost is kind of like, if you're really trying to stay up, but every other generation is a decent time frame to buy graphics cards. There's not that much of a difference. There hasn't been in 16 years. Now, Ilcat's running a 1080, and she could sell that for whatever, maybe get $150, whatever, on eBay. Take some of her nursing things, cut up an extra person this week, and she's good to go. She can have a better graphics card than I have,
It's the eBay of the dark web.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. It just, I am so blown away. I get that the performance, I knew the performance was going to be better. I was not expecting this much better, though. It is. And then the price,
for that price.
Yeah, exactly.
Price.
Even if they said the performance was this much better, if it was still priced like last year, if they said the 3070 is $900, or $800, 3070, the 3080 is $1,100, the 3090, or even a little more. 3090 is kind of like our current Titan model, so 3090 at the $1,600 price point, which is what it's at. But if they had last time's prices, I'd still would be like, all right, I'm good with my card. But they're almost half price. I am so blown away.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be like the Go XLRs though.
How so?
As far as it being cheap at first and then having everyone buy it, and then
Well, I mean that hopefully we don't have more COVID thing. That was a lot of the reason for it. Well, I think maybe not marketing ploy, but I think this I was starting to say. I think Shredder said with marketing with money. I think this might have something to do, because also you look at the release dates. We knew this was coming, but we have September 20. So the closest one is the 3080, which was the $699 one, which is better than what I have now, my Ti. On the 17th for $699. Yeah. 24th for the 3090, that's the $1,500 card, which is 8K capable, which nobody is gaming in 8K. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I paid for mine, and
That's
thank you, Stormy, because it reset when OBS crashed a minute ago, so the volume of the background music jacked way up above us. So thank you. But yeah, no, so September, and then October for the 3070, which is their baseline model one. That all being said, I almost feel like there's a little bit, maybe they're trying to get out ahead of consoles.
Yeah.
Is that
I didn't even think about that, honestly.
Because they all have ray tracing now. Obviously, it's not going to be as good, but and with this price point, if you're okay, maybe I go and play on the Xbox, whatever, which they all have their November launch dates. Maybe they're trying to get out ahead of those consoles. That's another side that maybe that's not 100%, but do I spend that $500 on new console, or $500-$600 or $500 on this graphics card to update my PC and have all these games run better?
I mean, that could also be the reason why.
Yeah. I feel like the dates, this is a very sudden announcement. We knew it was coming, but I wasn't expecting all these things to release in 2 weeks.
I was expecting maybe end of the year.
Yeah,
not right now.
Yeah, end of quarter 3. Yeah, by the end of the month, you're having 2 brand new cars. And so many people are just building PCs and all this kind of stuff.
Well, and especially with Christmas coming up too. Right, put on your Christmas list for the kids out there that their parents still support them and whatnot.
Yeah.
it's a huge that's your big quote unquote Christmas present.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe they also see how many people are going to PC setups and kind of using that opportunity to bring this out.
Well, I think people are
'Cause I know a
like
lot
I don't
of
know
more
what took
people are
I don't know what
building.
took so long, but I think people are finally realizing that like if you're a gamer, like PC's where it's at. I mean, yeah, there's great console players out there, but PC will give you such a huge advantage. And look at like Nick Merckx, he still plays with a controller but on PC. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with using a controller. I've never had anything against people that want to use a controller, but I think equipment wise, you still need that advantage of, you know, seeing somebody before they see you, and PC gives that to you.
Yeah, you need that frame rate.
Right.
Yeah,
I
the
do
frame rate
both.
is
I
the
do
main
PC
thing.
and Xbox.
I do too.
But I love playing RPGs on PC.
Yeah. And
That's like my favorite because I love the beauty.
That brings up that brings up a great point too. Just the variety of games that PC offers over console. You know, I mean, I'm playing a game right now called Drug Dealer Simulator. You don't get that on console.
You don't get that on my graphic calculator.
Right. like you don't
get that on console.
Yeah,
can't get that on console.
yeah, no, that's not something. But on Steam though, hell,
for $5, man, you can become a drug dealer in Russia, dude. It's fucking sick.
I mean, you could
even do a dating game with Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, exactly.
PC.
Colonel Sanders' dating game is great. You know, you figure you could live out your best weeb waifu life with virtual dating sims on, you know, live out your greatest hentai fantasies on Steam. Like, I mean, you can live your best life.
One of my favorite things to do when I'm bored is just go through my browser, you know, like on Steam, you know, it's like browse games, you know, and then I love the fact that it tells you, it's like you viewed 2,000 games and you've bought like 100 from the ones that you've browsed, because they're like $4 games, you know, these people that are like just making games now, you know, they have like great ideas, you know, and it's hilarious to me.
It's cool when you find that one game
Like
that it was only $5 and you buy it and you're like just addicted to it.
Dude,
how I am with
it's a
Bridge
gem.
Construction
Like,
games.
Yeah, it's true.
I found a game a while back called Welcome to the Game, and
Welcome to the game.
I'm telling you, have you seen it or heard of it?
I've never heard of it.
Oh my god! So basically, it's the most like least advanced game you'd ever play. You literally sit there and you're browsing the dark web, and you're trying not to get abducted by a Russian kidnapper and also not die from a serial killer. It's the most jump scare game I've ever played in my life. And then they made Welcome to the Game 2, and then they just came out with a new one that, you know, I don't know is out because they don't advertise it. And now they have a new one coming out, and I'm like, people don't get to experience this because these developers, they don't get the advertising and shit like that. You know, and it's only $15 on Steam. It's like, come on, how can you beat that?
Yeah. I mean, that's what you get like on PC. It's absolutely amazing. But before we get, you know, I got to reel us back in because it's Shredder. Otherwise, he'll be talking about it, some Steam game he played in 2010.
I will go on and on about little tiny indie games on
yeah,
Steam.
exactly. Yeah, it'll happen multiple times, and that's why we reel them back. That's why I'm here. No, but I can't get over the price to performance. Like, and I had a graphic here that has all of it, so it's in the whole thing. Like I said, I have it linked, but they have a performance graphic that compares in their release thing. I have like I said, I have that in Discord as well. But the bar, where'd it go? Because I have their whole thing pulled up. The bar for, like I said, the 3070 being their lowest, slightly higher. The only thing is that it doesn't have as much VRAM, but technically the VRAM that it has is more efficient than the 2080 Ti. So, and on that note though, even there are listings on certain things that people have found for MSI and on Lenovo and a couple things for already a 3070 Ti, but that hasn't officially been announced, but people have found listings for it in certain places. So we may even have
that's the other thing that happens when stuff like this comes out. The competitors are like, shit, now we got to produce something.
Well, yeah, you know, an MSI, you know, they take the cards and they tweak them a little bit, but even still, if you take a TI and they make one a mid-range between the 3070 and 3080, supposedly what this is supposed to be is like I said, they haven't officially announced it, but it is the 3070 just with I think it's 11 or 12 gigabytes of RAM instead of the VRAM instead of the 8. So that would put it on par with the current 2080 with better RAM, better performance, everything for probably 600. You know, we're going up an extra 100, 200 bucks, whatever. Well, I'd say probably $599, yeah, because $699 for the 2080 or 3080. The performance boosts. I don't know. I'm blown away. A week and a half ago, if you had asked me if I was buying this generation cards, I'm like, nah, I got a 2080 Ti. Today, I'm thinking how long the turnaround time would be, and if there's a market, whether I can sell my 2080 Ti for enough to get me a new card. Like, I'm literally like thinking, will eBay? Because 2 weeks ago, I could have sold my 2080 Ti for $1,000. Today, if I could still get $1,000 for it, I would be doing it, and I would be buying one of these new cards. I don't know if I can, but
right now, after this,
there might still be some people out there who didn't notice, you know. But then it's like I gotta wait for the new card, and then what do I do for the next 3 weeks while I'm trying to game and stream? But 2 weeks ago, I'm not upgrading this generation. Today, I want to upgrade.
Site with like a bunch of me's on there where I'm like, oh, he's selling a 2080. All right, I'll buy.
Yeah,
that.
Exactly. I'll buy the last generation. Yeah, no worries. Right. Yeah, that don't know the huge difference. Like that's I need to find people like you. You know.
Still the reason why I come on the show to get knowledge.
It's true. It's true. And that's why everybody tunes in and watches the videos afterwards. Yay! I teach you things. So you guys don't have to read all through all the news articles and shit that I do all week long. Just watch us once a week. Right. Anyways. So, Shredder, trying to build a new PC. Are you buying a 3000 series? Which one are you thinking?
I mean, yeah, like you said, the 2070, like perfect pricing. You know, it's low enough for someone on a budget. Because usually, like, what would you say? The graphics card's the most expensive thing in your build?
Yeah.
So, I mean, shit.
You're running the same price as a high-end processor. Yeah, the 3070 for $499. Like, being better than the 2080 Ti. Yeah, being better than, I mean, $499, that's what I paid for, well, that's pretty much what I paid for my 9900K. So for my top of the line, not the most recent generation because they just announced the 10 series, but like,
I mean, from somebody who thought that, you know, like buying a PC would just be like, I'm gonna go down to Best Buy and buy a pre-built, right? Like that's what I did. That was my first PC ever. I went to Best Buy and bought a PC from their pre-built. It was an office computer, but I didn't know any better. And I thought at the time that 25 frames per second was godlike. You know, until now, like now that I got my good stuff, like I think people just need to experience a good graphics card.
100%.
And once they do, it's like HDMI's all over again for the console players out there.
Yeah,
the people that remember
that good graphics card, you don't ever want to go back.
That's what I tell people. Like once you're gaming at 144, 240 frames, either one, depending on your resolution. Once you're gaming at that, and then you go back and try and game at 60 frames, like that's why I tell people it's like, oh, are you gonna play on console? Fuck no. I can't. When I get locked to 60 frames in a game, I do worse because every once in a while my games like will randomly lock. Like if I alt tab out, I'll come back in and it'll run at 60 frames. It'll cap. And I die so much because I'm so used to the smoothness of everything. And I'm like, what's going on? And it takes me like 5 minutes and somebody in chat to go, hey, your frames are locked. We can see the number in the top right. It's at 60. I'm like, fuck. Like, I have no desire to play at 60 frames ever again at all. Like, no.
That's the whole point about PC gaming is to not be limited.
Yeah. I mean, and it's saying something. The new flagship for $14.99 has 8K gaming at 60 frames per second. To me, my technology, you know, I'm getting a little bit of a technology boner because all I'm thinking is like, how solid of frames could I get at 1440? Like if 8K is 60 frames per second running Control with ray tracing and everything else, with ray tracing being better, you know, working better, being more implemented, actually being able to be shown more efficiently with the Ampere technology. imagine just my 1440. Like, I could probably like actually consistently hold like 240 frames if and when I get that new monitor, because there's one that I really want that's 240 hertz and 1440. But like, oh, like I'm getting like a little worked up just thinking about it. Like, the technology boner is there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just the thought of it is exciting.
Don't get a virus.
That being said, Ilkat, so you said you had a 1080.
Yes.
Is this something that, especially with gaming and all that, do you think that this is now when you upgrade, from the Pascal? Is this price point and everything for somebody who's not as much of a PC gamer? I know you bounce back and forth, but you, like you said, 1080 is plenty for you. Is this when you upgrade? As somebody who's not like, I'm
my husband already had this discussion.
That's okay. That's okay.
So
who won? Tell us who won.
My husband is gonna So he's gonna get the card. He's gonna get the badass video card, and he's gonna hand me down his 2080.
Okay. All right.
I get the hand me downs.
I mean, that's okay. That's okay.
That's how it was with me and my girlfriend. Like, I moved in with her, and her whole family's
I'm
like
totally
computer geniuses.
it's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
He's also a gamer as well, and he's more PC than I am, so it makes perfect sense for him to have like the one for $699, and then him just give me like the old one, and then I'll just go sell the 1080. Yeah,
well, because you also, I think, by my understanding, you mainly stream Xbox. You don't stream PC gaming, correct? Or maybe a little bit?
I do both.
Okay.
It just depends on the game.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, this would you don't need as much of the high end one if you're streaming Xbox.
Yeah.
Your 1080 is doing fine or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm very practical.
I'm like, I mean, that's a win-win.
I think good, then I'm fine with it.
I think both of you guys are winning in that scenario, and it works out. So there you go. I'm glad. See, it's just the price. Like 110%, the performance blows me away. But even more, what blows me away is the price to performance ratio, and I just can't get past it. Like, biggest performance increase in 15 years from generation to generation, and at half the price. Like, I don't see this happening again anytime soon. If you guys, especially if you're still running the 10 series, the Pascal system, definitely this is the time to upgrade. Even if you're running the 20 series, it's hard to argue against upgrading. Like I said, and I feel bad because I was telling people and I was helping people build PCs 3 weeks ago, telling them, get the 2070 Super, it's a great card. And 2-3 weeks ago, it was for the price. It was a great card. Now, a month later, I'm like, damn, I feel bad because... Fuck.
You can't.
But there was no way to know. Like, I mean, I even told him, I was like, there's no way. Price.
Just dropped this on like yesterday.
Yeah. Literally, this was announced officially yesterday. Like, there was no way to know. Like, I knew it was going to be better. We all knew there was going to be better. Them talking it up. No way to know that the performance was going to increase this much. And then on top of it, the price was going to be that freaking good. Like I said, you can go back in my VODs and see that I specifically said I have no reason to upgrade this generation. 2 weeks ago, I had no reason. A week ago, I have no reason to upgrade. It looks really cool. They're doing a lot of great stuff. I'm really excited. But I have a 2080 Ti, the MSI one. I'm good. Cost me $1,400 and change. I'm good. I don't need to upgrade because it's going to cost me at least that again to upgrade. Today, I might be upgrading. It's rough, man.
For sure
that's just how this is, man. Like, give it, I mean, they try to do their best to push it out and like let you know beforehand, but just give it a few weeks, something better will come out.
Dude, it's
just how the world works, dude. Everybody, you get something and it's like the fucking iPhones, dude. The iPhone 11 came out before the iPhone 10. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh.
Dude,
I'm an iPhone sucker, so I know.
One of those that has to get it every year.
Every time.
Yeah, it's like by the time they push out one, they're already working on the next.
I'm telling you, if fucking Nvidia came out with something Like like Sprint had this back, you know, and I still, well, Sprint now isn't a thing. They're owned by somebody. I don't know. I pay somebody every month for my cell phone bill. I don't know who it is at this
Right,
point.
yeah.
I don't know. My money goes somewhere. I still can text. That's all I care about.
I guess so.
But they had a thing. I'm not an Apple person, but they did have a service where you just paid like a yearly thing, and it was like a year contract thing. But then you would automatically get upgraded every year to the new model. Like it was a subscription, yeah, that you could like sign up for, and you would get the new model. If Nvidia did something like that, shit, I'd probably pay a couple $100 for that. Like I don't like, because you figure a price difference just to like stay on that plan depending on the price. If I could get the new model every 2 years.
That's how
Dude, you're
Apple
onto
is, right?
something.
Dude,
I need to do
like,
something like that.
dude, like if
Yeah,
I
'cause
could,
Apple does that too, where it's like you get on a plan
Mhm.
with,
Oh yeah.
and then like
Yeah, I'm
every
on
what
that
is it, like
stupid plan.
every two years you could get a free upgrade.
yeah, if every 2 years
it was
I could get the
every-
new
yeah, every two.
card, I would be on
Dude,
that.
I would sign
I
up
would
for
have
that.
the top tier.
Yeah, I would totally sign up for that. For
'Cause
every 2 years, I get a new video card
Yeah.
upgraded.
I
Hell
have the
yeah.
$1,500 one anyways. I'd be getting this $1,500 one because it's been about 2 years since I bought the motherfucker. Like,
I mean, because even when you do the free upgrade, right? Don't you still have to pay something on it?
I don't
for the
know. Like
phone?
depending
You
on
still
the
pay.
yeah.
No, I don't. I just pay a monthly.
Yeah, I think it's just like the, well, a lot of them like
well,
you
I
just
mean,
pay
still,
the
like,
But if you
subscription.
monthly payment.
Fuck, I'll pay
Yeah.
the monthly payment
I'd
just
do
to
it.
yeah, I would do it too. Like fucking just to get that
Yeah.
free upgrade for the same thing I thing, because then I'd be rocking that 3090. And then the 40 Titan or whatever that one's
I'd always
called.
have
like
top of the line
oh
shit if
fuck
we
yeah,
did that.
fuck yeah, I'd be rocking it all the time. I rock that shit as is, and it just eats into my pocketbook. Hell,
Right.
Warlock is using my old fucking 1080 that I had. The same thing that you're using, Il. I sold Warlock, my old 1080, so he uses that in one of his PCs. I'm always moving up, and I'm also the
Right.
asshole that has a 2070 Super in his fucking stream PC. But people
wondering
have that in
when
their
the,
gaming PC, let
I'm
alone.
wondering when the update for my PC building simulator game. when they're adding these graphics
You're gonna
cards
get the
into
new ones, yeah.
Right.
We got to see how well it works. But that being said, on the same line, I don't have. Oh wait, because it moved, I didn't adjust that. Fortnite, for the example, Fortnite did announce also that they are adding ray tracing into Fortnite. So we've seen that in a lot of these games coming out recently. Fortnite, I'll get into it in a second, but it's not confirmed when it's going to happen. Ray tracing, do we think, for those of you out there as well, what ray tracing is? Long story very short, is it's graphic adjustments that more accurately depict light sources. So how light affects models, and the light, like, okay, shadows respected to it, but like if there's a light source here, it accurately depicts the light source being here, and how all the character
It's like
models
art
and
class all
graphics,
over again.
yeah, and how the graphics perspective, interact with that. And that's really hard to render because the light source may be constant, but all these 3D models are constantly moving. So that's what ray tracing is and how it gets better. But this also does ray tracing affects the same kind of thing with light and everything, as well as with reflections as well, because it's the same kind of concept. So why, in a lot of games you didn't have mirrors that really accurately reflected what you were doing, was because there wasn't the graphical technology. Now with ray tracing, things like that, when you have like glass, like you play, like you guys know I love Control, you're walking up to a glass pane, you can kind of see the reflection of everything behind you and the light sources and everything like that, just a little bit,
Right.
like it's opaque, and then your character, and it's all reflected there, and that's also ray tracing. Fortnite adding it in, Minecraft added it in recently, all these things. Do we think all these games are starting to add it in? Do we think that this is, obviously it's the future, do we think that it's more, and especially in like Fortnite and Minecraft's case, because we have that right now, do we think it's more gimmicky, or like is it actually building the game up?
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's literally just them saying that they have the support for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, we support this. Like, we have this. I mean, I'm the type of person, when I go into my settings, I turn shadows off instantly.
Mhm.
I turn, foliage down I honestly don't give a shit about any of that. You know, I'm one thing that I'm a sucker for is water. Like if water looks good in a game, I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah.
You know where I think it would look really good though is in like games like Forza, like realistic type of games, like looking at cars or nature. But on Fortnite, like
I'm not sitting there looking at the shadows.
It's a flex to me.
And that's that was kind of my opinion too. It's something like, and I get that's cool that you guys that it's have it in game and having it be an option as games move forward. But I agree. Something like Fortnite, Minecraft, yeah, it looks pretty.
Put it in Skyrim, you know.
But
what I mean?
yeah, let me
put it in Skyrim. Hell
do
yeah.
put it like redo Witcher again and give me Witcher with a 3070 and ray tracing. Like,
I mean, like, don't put it in a game where the whole concept is to fucking haul ass and like be aware of your surroundings. Because I'm not gonna look at I don't give a shit, you know. Like, I probably played Fortnite a good amount of times and I still haven't seen shit. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm not sitting there looking at the environment like, oh, look at this. This is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's got to be a game
that's
that
not
has
that kind of game.
That wow when you see the environment around.
When you said Forza, I was like, that's a solid.
Yeah, like Forza, a realistic,
like
you know, the driving sims.
I love watching the reflection of the light on cars. It's a beautiful thing for me.
Yeah.
And I think ray tracing would be perfect for like racing games.
Yeah. Yeah, those ones that you really want that realism, the things like that. Or even, you know, okay, so me and Shredder playing PGA. Like, imagine this was, but imagine that the next time they upgrade the graphics and all that, the next PGA one, imagine having actual ray tracing and high-end graphics support in
like
PGA.
On the golf club.
Yeah, like, you know, and actually, like, you know, graphics in, like, you know, golf games. Like, things that, you know, like, those I can see it. Like, something like Fortnite and that, like... I personally think it's more gimmicky. Yeah, you know, it's cool that they have support. Yeah, you know. Oh,
that's what I'm saying though. I think it's more of just like they're saying we have it, like we support it.
And I also want to throw in that, of course, both the Xbox and PlayStation and the next generation say that they support ray tracing. But I've also gone on record, and I still agree or still say that at what cost?
Right.
Like, it's hard right now for my computer to run ray tracing. Yeah, like at 100 frames. Like when I play Control and I have the ray tracing on medium with a 2080 Ti, I'm only holding 100 frames. Like,
it depends on the game, dude. Honestly.
Yeah. So I agree that I think this is like a flex to say that they have it moving forward with the new consoles coming out saying that they support ray tracing. Yeah. Will it make a difference?
No. People are going to turn off shadows anyway. They want the frames. They don't care about the textures.
Yeah. Games like that, unless you have the high end to really support it. But I mean, I'm like that. I get that middle ground. If you're rocking that 3090, you'll keep the ray tracing on when you're playing a BR because you're not going to drop frames.
I mean, but what's the one thing that you always say to, well, I don't know if it's you, but someone always tells me too, like when you're playing a BR, like anything, they're like, you turn your graphics to low. Who gives a shit?
I normally like, I turn mine, I keep mine as high as I can with maintaining my frame rate. I don't want to drop below my 160 frames because my monitor has, you know, and I do 1440. So whatever I need to do to get 160 frames, I'm going to do that in a BR because I care about my frame rate more than how it looks.
Like, I mean, that's how I was with Sea of Thieves, dude. When I was on my Sea of Thieves grind, I was like, man, I really want everything to look amazing. But then there was like times where I was just losing gunfights and I was like, okay, I'm turning everything down to low. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I would rather win my gunfight than have you guys look at a pretty stream.
It's
like,
true.
Sorry,
it's true.
It's selfish like that, but
I don't think I turn any of my stuff down at all. I think mine's pretty. I have all my shadows and lights.
Yeah, but see, like for some games, like I leave them on 100%. Like if I was gonna go back and play Skyrim, Fallout, something with a lot of environment.
You know, not PvP based where,
game.
Where for every frame makes a difference. Because I saw, like, with them announcing this card and everything, there's a whole video about, you know, the frames. Like, they showed that they were rocking 1440 in up to 400 frames per second playing Valorant. And I'm not gonna lie, like I thought I was on Orange Hub, you know, like I thought I was, you know, watching a very sexy video because that got to me. I was like, ooh, 400 frames at 1440. Whew, you know, like that's all I care about in multiplayer games.
Yeah, I was gonna say, think about like when you watch a trailer for a video game coming out, like what's the number one thing that they try to flex on is the way it looks, like environmentally.
Yes.
You know, and you watch it and you're like, wow, this looks like it's gonna be amazing, you know, on PC. And then, you know, if it's like a PUBG commercial, I don't give a shit about what the graphics look like. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sitting there looking at, you know, trees and being like, wow, this game's beautiful.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh,
like,
PUBG. Oh my
where are
god.
the enemies at?
I hated the console when I played PUBG.
Dude,
I
it was
hated
so
playing it
bad.
on console.
It's
It
so
was so
bad.
bad.
It was so bad.
It was like pixelated
Right.
trees.
So, I mean,
It's
like,
not much better on PC, but it was so
No.
bad on console. Anyways.
I use PUBG like as an example. Like any BR, I'm not sitting there like being like, wow, this game's beautiful.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I don't-
when you're
I
in
really
the
don't
game for the BR, everybody's going, or majority of
Really
people.
looking at the environment in a BR.
Yeah, they're majority
Nobody
looking
is.
for what's going to give them that advantage to see the other player. And, you know, yeah, maybe pretty, but
I'm
those
just looking for height.
frames.
Like, where's the highest elevation on this map?
Yeah, exactly. Oh. You know, there's
I'm
that.
not gonna get up that mountain and be like, "Ooh, this is a pretty view." I'm like looking for people to snipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you're playing like a Fallout, you get up on top of that mountain and you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I want to like I want,
Oh, yeah.
I want
Go-
the city
Ghost of
below me to look
Tsushima.
Oh, yeah.
sick.
If I'm playing Skyrim and I get up to that dragon, I want to do a 360 view of
Yeah.
where I'm
Right.
standing.
I want to see like individual colors on its scales.
Yeah, exactly. I want to take a screenshot and zoom in and be like, ooh, like, you
Right.
know, like that's, I want that. It depends on the game. So I think we're all in agreement.
Screenshots of how pretty it is.
Yeah. Fortnite adding it. I
Like I
actually,
said, I think it's a gimmick.
It's a flop.
yeah, it's I
Flop, yeah.
actually think Minecraft adding ray tracing support is better than Fortnite adding it, because Minecraft,
Yeah.
you are going around and it adds depth to the environment. It is a game, even though it has a graphic style and it is, you know, 8-bit or whatever
But
you want to
still,
call
like,
it.
Think about
But
ray
it's
tracing
looks,
on that.
yeah,
Might even make it look a little bit better.
yeah, it does, and I've seen it. It makes it look better. Fortnite, I don't see how it's gonna. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're all
Except when they-
wrong.
No one's gonna tell this. No one's gonna see the difference.
And
I
hey,
don't think anyone is.
maybe fingers crossed, we won't have to ever talk about Fortnite
I mean,
in
that's
like a couple
even if
years.
they
That would be great,
have-
you know. But
No,
yeah.
no,
nah,
Fortnite will never
it's,
die,
yeah, it's gonna be a long. Although I will say, side note,
PUBG hasn't
I'm
died. Fortnite won't
I'm
die
throwing in
anytime
my
soon.
own interjection. I will say, as all former Mixer people, can I talk about how happy I am that majority of the people that I follow and everything else and not seeing my whole feed full of fucking Fortnite? It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
That's because I mean, look at how many people are playing Fortnite.
Dude,
You
it's well, that's the thing. Like being over on like Twitch, it's like, hey, you know, not that I ever did, but so many people are, you know, relying, you know, had to, you know, they played Fortnite just for, you know, because they had to, because that was the only way to grow, and that's how they got big. And now it's like, hey, there's other things. Yay!
Right.
Anyways, that was just a side note. I just thought I'd mention that because I despise Fortnite. Anyways, moving.
Oh, I do too. I finally deleted it.
I think it's one of those things too, where you know, like I said, now that like has Ninja come out and released like where he's going yet or no?
He's back on Twitch.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, and is he still playing Fortnite or like what's
I
his
don't
main
think so.
game right now?
He's been doing a couple different things. I don't
See,
know.
I
I don't
think
even think I
once- I think
follow him
once-
on Twitch.
I think once all the bigger streamers start dying it down,
Mhm.
like they're not playing it as much, then it'll.
I
it'll
did
die.
see.
It's all about influencers, man.
yeah.
I'm telling you, like.
Oh yeah,
Like
that's
look at
why
when
companies
Shroud
pay so
or
much.
Summit or Tim the Tatman play something like Fall Guys.
An example would be like Escape from Tarkov and Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Like Tim was
That
playing
would've
Fall Guys the other
never
day.
played.
You know,
Yeah,
he's trying to get his first win and
EFT
everybody was on it.
Yeah, EFT would never have gotten big, honestly, I don't think, if Shroud had never played it. Because Shroud was kind of like a
Yeah.
tipping point. It had a huge community, but
Yeah,
you
I was gonna
remember
say, it
when
had a
like
community, but
Shroud
yeah.
and not only did Shroud play it, but then he brought in, you know, even with his community on Mixer,
Everybody.
but he was like, hey, Lupo, hey Tim, hey Darkness, hey all you guys.
All
You
the
guys
big
need to
guys
come
started
play
playing it.
this. Like, and he brought them in to play with him, and then they all started playing it, and then
Right.
it became a thing, and everybody started fucking playing it. You know,
But
it's a
isn't
great
that
example.
Crazy? Isn't that crazy how this platform works too?
Mhm.
Because you got like I said, we're all influencers. Like we try to influence our games,
Mhm.
but those guys, Tim the Tatman can go play. I don't know, like something really dumb, Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll get like 30,000 people watching him play Tetris, and then everybody's like, "Oh shit, Tim's getting the numbers there. Let's go."
Yeah,
play
we
Tetris.
have to go play
and you
Tetris.
get like a whole community playing Tetris all day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
yeah, the power of influence, like, and we're all influencers here. We have the ability to influence others to play certain games.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true. All right. Anyways, moving.
I just want to be on that level, though.
Oh yeah, one day.
Like
one day,
I want to be on the level to where I get
One day,
like
right,
30,000 people just fucking playing
watching
Tetris
you play
with me.
Tetris. Yeah. No, you got to do the Tetris VR. That's where it's at. Yeah.
Like, I want to play Bejeweled and have fucking 50,000. I'm
actually really good at Tetris.
You got to get that Tetris 99 or whatever it is, that Tetris BR.
Oh, I'm really good at that.
I've never played it. I've always kind of thought about playing it.
I get so suckered into that. I don't stream it though because I know I'll never pay attention to chat if I play that game.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like you look at these bigger streamers. And they don't have to.
Well, they do it every couple of minutes, yeah. Because also we're ingrained from Mixer.
Between games, yes.
Yeah. I know.
I love my community too, but at the same time, like it drives me nuts when someone comes in and they're like, "Yo, what's up?" And you're in the middle of something, and then the next thing you know, you look over and they're pissed at you because you haven't taken that 2 seconds to acknowledge them, and it's like, dude, calm down.
Okay, yeah, that I get. That one, yeah,
like,
I get mad at.
Give me a second.
Yeah, those guys.
Like, I'm in the middle of a battle.
I'm happy you're here. I appreciate you being here because I wouldn't be where I am without my community. But give me a fucking breath. Dude.
I think it's not oxymoronic, but I guess maybe ironic that when you're starting out as a streamer, and I've said this when we've talked about it before, like when you're starting out as a streamer, you have like 0 or 1 viewer. That way that you interact with nobody is exactly the same way that like Shroud interacts. Like you have to stream pretty much to nobody because chat's going so fast that they maybe look over once every 2-3 minutes, you know, because they're busy doing their own thing and providing that entertainment. So you provide that entertainment without talking to chat. So it's like in the middle ground, you're very big on chat, but then like you get up to 30,000 people typing in chat. You're playing the game, you look over, you see a bunch of people saying the same thing, you acknowledge it, you look back, 5 minutes later, you like it's.
See, and that's, I know we're going off topic, like I always get us going, but the other thing too about chat is you have the people that, like you were saying, are there when you have 0 to 1 people, right? Like they're your first viewer and you're like, hey, what's up? Every time you say, hey, what's up to them, like what happens when you get larger and you do get like thousands of people in your channel, and that one person that was there from the beginning, you're not talking to anybody, you don't even like, you try your hardest to like say hi to every single person, but you miss that one person, and then they say that you sold out because you didn't say hi to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where you got to be careful.
Hopefully that person has been around long enough that they're decent enough in your community that they know that you.
You would hope, but I mean, like it happens, dude. Like people, that's where people say like, oh, you've changed, and it's like, no, I still
I can't read that fast,
right.
You know.
You know what I do though? Sometimes I go back and just like DM them or whisper to them, and I'm like, hey, like, you know, I didn't catch you, but I just want to acknowledge that I did see your message.
I did see that you were in here. Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me that there are people out there that are like,
to acknowledge it.
They want that. They want you to just say hi to them like that. And I get it. Like sometimes that might make someone's day just by someone saying hi to them.
That's true.
And it's so hard to like, you know, make every single person happy.
Yeah, but they also have to understand that sometimes we might be in like in the middle of like a battle or doing something, like we can't just stop what we're doing and be like, hi.
Yeah.
Like wait for the break.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, and I'll do that because I know that, so I'll like come in and like I'll wait there in a fight, and then like they die, and then it's go like, oh hey, like I think it was last night, like Il was playing with Glam and all that, and I was like, hey, I need you to add me as a friend. Like I didn't even type anything. I was just sitting there waiting. She died. I was like, hey, I need you to add me as a friend on Discord. Like I like waited because I knew, like I know how it is. Like, well,
that's one of those things that I noticed too, is like in not only like in the big time streamers chats, like Tim and shit like that, like his chat entertains itself.
Oh yeah,
like they're having conversations with each other in chat more than they're having conversations with him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're
watching that like they're watching a TV show and talking about themselves. So.
Yeah, they get it. Like if someone has a question, like I saw the other day, he was playing Humans, or not Humans Fall Flat, but Fall Guys, and instead of being like, hey Tim, like how many wins do you have, someone came in and was like, how many wins does Tim have? And then someone in chat was like, oh, he hasn't won yet. You know what I mean? Like Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
they
difference.
talk to-
They know he's
Yeah.
not going to answer that.
Yeah.
They have to get their answers within the people that are already watching.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
much-
So
blessed to
I think
have
that's the
really good
difference.
mods that help me with that too.
Mhm. Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's all of it.
And
Anyways,
they'll answer for me.
anyways, streamer wise, hey, we've all talked about it. And I will say, I think a lot of us that came from Mixer that were partners that did have a decent, those strong communities. We have that support system, and we appreciate you all 110%, and we couldn't do it without you.
Love you guys.
And
Definitely letting my community down there right now.
you
Gigi,
have
that's my
fires.
girl right there.
I know. I saw her earlier when I was in your chat. She gifted like 20,000 subs to you. I don't know how many it was.
I love you, Gigi.
Anyways, moving right along. The other big thing, obviously, we were talking about the Nvidia stuff. The other big thing this week was last Thursday, which is why I kind of want to almost maybe change these shows to Thursdays, because all the big shit happens on Thursdays, and it drives me nuts because I have to talk about it 6 days later. So I don't know, but that might be in the works in the long run, since I'm still out of a job, so it's not like I have to worry about my work schedule getting in the way. Gamescom opening night live, big event, announced so much. It's okay, I was nice not to get distracted for a minute. I'm just fucking with you. No, Gamescom opening night live, huge, so many announcements. I didn't even take notes. I'm just gonna kind of go down these guys. I have articles for. I also have it linked in that Discord for you guys. There's just a recap that I got from IGN. I watched a lot of it, the opening night live. There's so many games, so many announcements that came out during this. I'm just going to go through chat. You guys will talk a little bit about each one, see if we're excited. If we want, we can watch the videos. I don't mind. That's why there aren't as many topics this week, is because when we do these types of things, like when we did the Xbox show, etc., we watch a lot of these videos, we talk about them, we react to them. So time has been devoted to this a little bit. That being said, announcements from Gamescom opening night live, just going down the list. First one was the Call of Duty trailer. We did watch that last week, so I'm not going to watch it again, because that was actually debuted, I think, last Wednesday or Tuesday. It came out. Yeah. But then they showed it again at Gamescom. I've said a lot about it already. What about you two? What do you guys think? Have you had a chance to watch it? Are you excited for the Cold War?
Black Ops. It's Black Ops.
Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
I like Black Ops. I just want something better than Warzone right now. I'm so tired of Warzone.
I don't get why Warzone is as popular as it is. Like, I know it's a COD,
Because
but
the influencers.
but even they say it's fucking terrible, yet they play it
Tim-
every fucking day, and it drives me
it's
nuts.
like
Every YouTube video.
It's
Every
the
YouTube
X
video
that
he
you
puts out.
can't shake.
I know, that's the thing. It's like everybody's like, I fucking hate this game. It's so broken, yada yada. But the fact that you're still playing it is why things aren't changing, and it drives me nuts. Like, if you stopped playing and they lost 100,000 people playing it, maybe they would fix some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It drives,
I mean, it's nowhere ever gonna be like Black Ops is. I'm probably gonna like make some COD heads like really upset, but Black Ops never, I don't think, has ever come out with a bad game. In my opinion,
I think the Black Ops.
I think Black Ops franchise
I didn't
has
like
been
3.
sick. What? That's the best one. The wall running.
I didn't like 3. I'm
Like,
sorry.
you
I didn't
could-
like the
you could-
parkour.
I see. I loved it because
Parkour.
for someone like me who doesn't give a shit, I had so many clips of me just like wall running and trying to do 360 no scopes with a sniper rifle, and I didn't care if I died.
See,
I
like-
just would be like, "Oh, this is sick. I'm gonna wall run for as long as I can, do something sick at the end, like a tomahawk or something, and just have fun with it." Like I felt like it made it so much better.
I mean, that's
don't know.
why I liked Titanfall, was that kind of gameplay when Titanfall came out, which I
I've-
really wish Titanfall and Titanfall 2 had grown and been a lot more prominent, because that's a multiplayer I will still play. Like, I hate the standard multiplayer, but god damn it, like Titanfall, like forget Apex, like okay, Apex, yes, Titanfall universe. If they had made a true Titanfall BR, brah, like imagine being able to like actually call in a like something like that, like
in Titanfall.
the mechs, like the movement, everything was just great. But that's what the wall running and all. So I don't have a, you know.
Parkour in Black Ops 3. I'm sorry, I couldn't do it.
Oh man, that hurts my soul. No,
I'm sorry. I
no,
loved
you're good.
4.
You're good.
Loved
But see,
4.
but see, that's the thing too, is like, you know, where Warzone went wrong too is you have these fast-paced BRs, right? at like Apex, you slide, you do all this stuff, and then you come out with a ground warfare game. Like it's just like the first thing that we said when we played it was, man, this is slow. Like this is slow. I think we all got so like evolved into this like fast paced. You know, you can't come out with something like that.
You know what? I think you're right, because when I try to play Rogue, I'm like, this game is so slow. I don't like the way it moves.
Right. Like I want to be able to like I want to be able to
on the
like,
ground,
run, jump and do like a front flip across like some cover. You know, I don't want to just run out when someone's like quick, like hard scoping me.
Right. I want to do a cancel slide.
Yeah,
exactly. Like I want something. You know. Like bring back the dolphin dives from Black Ops 1. Jesus.
So I mean, like I said I will probably begin. I've talked about the BR side of it. Whether or not it's gonna interject, I'm always been a fan of Treyarch in that. Obviously, we still have yet to see really the multiplayer side of it. My guess from the video and everything else, I said this last week, I'll say it again, that desert map and everything, I think that isn't just multiplayer in the game. I think that is a new map for Warzone. Fingers crossed, because it would be nice to see something different there, because, you know, whatever. But that being said, both of you guys seem excited for it. Yes? Yay? Nay?
Well, yeah, I'm a big COD fan, so I'm excited for it.
Shredder, you playing it? Are we getting it? Are you getting it the day it drops? Here, let's do that. Day it drops, yes or no? Ilcat?
Dude,
I'm gonna pre-order it.
Okay, there we
so
go.
I can get the beta.
Well, that's probably smart.
89 bones.
Oh.
Jesus.
I don't know, man.
Some tears.
Well, the beta is open. They said that it's an open beta. You just get early access to the beta if you pre-order. So you're gonna have an extra 2 days of skill in the game ahead of me if you pre-order it.
Matter.
I mean, they do. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just presenting all of the necessary information for everybody. All right, you know.
I don't know, it's nostalgic for me, because remember the days when we used to go to GameStop for midnight releases? I used to fall in line for Call of Duty. I wanted to be the first to get my game so I can go home and rank up as fast as I can.
So that way you can flex to your friends.
And shit too,
yeah. Dude, I miss it. I still have like a fucking, I remember I talk about all the time, like when people are like, oh, Diablo 3, like you want to go play that. I'm like, that game's like fucking so many years old. And I'm like, and I don't get me wrong, I am a huge Diablo fan. Fucking love the whole series, but I'm like, Diablo 3, I'm like, I remember going to an actual midnight release for Diablo 3 and like, you know, still getting a box, although I think by this point in time they transitioned to the small boxes, not when we still had the big
Diablo
boxes.
3 still was like a
was
huge
it a
box.
still box?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do remember getting a poster with it, like you said, like it was an actual like midnight release, and I went home and then I could flex to the next people every day. Like I was way out of college at this point, but it's still like close to 10 years
still
now.
fun, man.
Still like, close to 10 years.
Imagine going to a place where they're giving you a game that you're going to get, and then you just have like a line of people that are just as excited as you for it.
It's
and
exciting.
I think that's what I miss. I love that, because you could like stand in line and just talk to everybody about how excited you are about this game coming out.
What's your gamer tag? Let's
and then you go home and like run with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you just met them in line.
And there's an update already before you even installed the fucking thing. But either way,
digital took that away from us. You know, I love that feat. I loved that feeling.
I think we all love hate digital. Yeah, it's like
I love the convenience of digital. I like I said, you can't even date people like you used to now. You know what I mean? Everyone meeting online.
What are you talking? You are in a committed relationship. I don't even want to hear about dating. Both of you. All right. I am a lonely, single 31-year-old male. I don't want to hear about dating life from either of you. All right.
I met mine online. It's totally acceptable.
Exactly, it is. But I don't need to hear Shredder talking about dating in this day and age, motherfucker.
No, I'm just saying.
You met her in like DayZ or whatever, like 4 years ago.
Dude, I'm saying it's easier.
I'm just saying, all right?
Like how many freaking apps do you need to get a girlfriend? You know what I mean?
At least one more, because none of the ones I have are working, goddammit.
You got your app, like you got your phone and you got a whole like folder of dating apps. It's like
yeah,
Jesus,
and none of them fucking work, all right? You know,
so nah, dude, it's
fuck
so
COVID.
easy.
Bro, I got a dry spell. I got a dry spell worse than the Sahara going on. All right, like it's like fucking a. This is a. I am 31 years old. I have never gone this long in my whole life, and fuck COVID. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how easy it is, Shredder.
Bring your mask over. We'll chill. You know.
Yeah.
Like fuck, dude. I just don't get it. Like what happened? You know. Okay. Going off topic again. Have you seen the?
Because we haven't been off topic for the last 5 minutes.
No, it's fine.
Have you seen? Have you seen Cobra Kai on Netflix?
No.
They got 2 seasons, dude. Of
talking about it.
It's so good. It's so good because it's like it's the guy, you know, Johnny from Cobra Kai, and they're trying to like make him look like a good guy, which I personally think he was.
I honestly think he was too. Like he was.
So
yeah.
they make him a good guy, and he's so 80s still, dude. He still wears the red leather jacket with the cobra on the back and drives a Firebird and shit like that. And then they're like, oh, you fucks the internet, you know? Like, but that's just how life is now. Everything's done through digital bullshit.
Maybe I just need somebody else to write my online profile. Maybe that's what it is. Dude, I don't know.
Honestly, probably.
Elcat, you need to write my profile. I promise there are no pictures of me holding a fish in my profile. So
no, you want to hear something hilarious? When I was living in Phoenix, I made a fake Tinder account. Like it was me, but like I literally took a picture of me and a handle of Jack, and I was sitting on the toilet bare-assed, drinking a handle of Jack. That was one of my pictures, and I got more hits.
God, like, I guess I need to.
It's because you look like you like to party.
Fuck, I need to move to fucking Phoenix or something then. God. No, see, the other side of that is that I also feel like I'm getting really old. So like I'm just sitting there and now like I'm also like going and I'm swiping. I'm like, yeah, you're too young for me. You're too young. Oh, you go out all the time. Yeah, I'm not going out all the time.
Right. Just constantly swipe
I'm getting
right,
old. That shit's too tiring. I don't want to go out anymore. I'll go out like once in a while.
You can't be picky, bro. Just swipe right and then have a conversation with somebody.
I'm too picky.
Like Jesus.
I just set his bar.
Right?
I need my geeky.
You gotta be an Olympic high jumper to get over that bar.
No, I just need.
Unless you're just DTF, then you don't really set a bar. If you want to like date,
yeah.
There's a bar.
See, I'm 31 years old, man. At some point, I'd like to have kids. I want to date. All right.
And all right, yeah, you're 31. You probably need eHarmony by now.
That's shit. I've thought about it.
You need to find someone to suck your toes.
Yeah, that's what it is. I need the peanut butter.
Is there like an app called like Gray Fox?
Peanut butter on it.
Yeah, the peanut butter and honey.
Just get an app called like Gray Fox, dude. For
you. They gotta be gamers or at least appreciate like that, because obviously it's a huge part of my life. Like anime helps because I'm a huge weeb. Like like there's a fucking A, man. I miss. I don't know. Like God. Anyways, moving back. Gamescom. Bringing us back on track.
We went so off topic.
It's okay. It's okay. It happens. Call of Duty, we talked about that. Just going right down. Next game that we have a trailer for is one called Unknown 9 Awakening. So it was announced and the cinematic trailer. Chat, if you guys want to watch that, we will. But this is from Reflector Entertainment. Revealed its current project Unknown 9 with new cinematic trailer. It's with a young girl named Haruna as she discovers some new abilities. I watched it. Intriguing. It's a minute-long thing.
I'm watching it right now.
Like, hey, I can do it. Like, I don't mind watching like all the minutes. We should be back. Good, okay. Ideally. I just started it.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh.
I'm just gonna leave it up on this one because for some odd reason, this seems to be crashing my OBS when
there we go.
When I switch to this scene.
Let's go.
Hey, we're gonna talk about that here in a minute too. I don't know why that is.
2 days, boy.
I wonder why that is. Huh.
Wasn't it doing that before, like a long while back?
Yeah, I wonder why that is, that it's trying to crash it when I do it. I'll have to, let me make a note quick. Because it's got to be something with the Stream Deck wise and everything else with that button. doing something because I
Yeah.
switch to this scene all the time during my streams. I just imported you guys into said scene, and I don't see why it would crash going from one to the other.
That's a disciple or a warlock question.
Well, that's
I
like
don't know.
yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Yeah, scene, make my little note. Anyways, moving right along.
Wait, are you gonna
Hi
play that
guys,
trailer?
welcome back. We're still here. Don't worry. I'm just gonna keep this up for a minute because, like I said, for some odd reason, when I switch the scene on my stream deck, it's crashing. We're gonna test if it works on OBS. If I just click, I will not press the stream deck button.
Are you gonna watch
From
that
now on.
trailer right now,
Anyways,
or-
yeah, we can watch
All right,
this.
I'll be right back then. I'm gonna go drink.
Oh, after there's
My name is Geneva.
there's gonna be an ad here for a minute, but this is so the Unknown 9. Like I said a minute long. I'm not excited. I'm not excited for it. It's something that, you know, you know, it's on Gamescom. Interesting. Something to keep an eye on. All right, here we go. No, Rip. Yeah, I'd be running away from her. I'd be like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Look at that ray tracing.
Yeah, that solid ray tracing.
Look at that ray tracing.
But, you know, like,
But in a game like that, I bet it would be dope.
Oh, yeah. I just, you know, this is just simple little story cinematic trailer. I don't know. I didn't, like, look up more about this game. I will in the
Like
future.
the background of her.
Yeah, like I don't know really what this game is supposed to be. All I've seen is this exact thing when I was watching. It looks like a cool cinematic trailer.
I mean, it's got the Illuminati all-seeing triangle. Right
Yeah,
there,
like
you
I
know,
mean,
the
there's
all-seeing
something
eye.
going on. I don't know.
Good observation there, Shredder.
Well, Shredder
Hey,
has
I'm
been
all
watching
about
his
it.
documentaries.
Well, no, I got a all-seeing eye on my stomach tattoo.
Mm.
I got it on my sternum. I'm all about the Illuminati and conspiracies.
That doesn't
My-
surprise me.
My
Anyways,
shit.
Doom
I don't know why I'm
Eternal.
not successful yet. Illuminati, what the fuck?
Come on.
up.
Gosh, I'm
I'm on
one of your
Twitter.
people. Doom Eternal DLC revealed. So the new DLC for Doom is coming out, which a lot, myself included, had mixed reactions to Doom when it came out. Did either of you guys play it?
I didn't play Doom, no.
The new one.
played the Dooms, yeah.
Well, like the
I only
new
played
one.
like the very first one.
Oh yeah, back
Oh,
in the
so
day,
it's-
that was
it's
one of my
just-
first games. This is
Oh,
Yeah, no, I played this.
the
I
most
played
recent
this.
one like this. So new
Yeah.
DLC
Labyrinth
for
type of
that.
Doom.
The speed run.
Yeah, well, the new
Yeah.
DLC for Doom is coming out. I will say this is one that I do want to play. First look at Dragon Age 4 because I'm a huge Dragon Age person. If you guys haven't seen it,
Oh shit! Don't let Bun see that we're talking about this right now.
I gotta get the ad out of the way
Alright,
because you know, puppy. Hi, puppy. I have a kitty, but she's asleep right now.
Oh, she's a pug and her name is Cat.
Hi, cat. All right. But yeah, Dragon Age footage. Oh. Ah!
I've been a Bioware for a really long time.
No, god damn it, it's still an ad.
From a company of
Uh-oh.
45 people to a
Oh no,
company of
this is
130
the behind the scenes trailer. No, I thought this was the actual reveal thing. All right, here we go. So they're talking about throughout this whole thing, just the basis for it, just the behind the scenes wise. I thought this was the other one, but so I did watch this one when they had it live. I was talking to the team, shows some of the concept art like it's seen here.
about the future of Dragon Age.
It was mainly one of those things that's like, hey, we are working on it. This is a thing that's happening. Shows you some of the concept art.
Makes it fun too.
Yeah, so with the developers.
They've been talking about this for like 2 years now,
Mhm.
and it's been pushed back so many times, you know. And that's one thing, you know, like I was just talking 2019? 2018 was when the Game Awards like released a teaser trailer for it.
Yeah.
And it's been getting pushed back. And like as Dragon Age fans, I could see like why people would be frustrated with that, but at the same time, it's like you know how it is. I'd rather them put something out that's good than force something out.
Yeah. And Dragon Age has a decent following. Like, I'm a huge Dragon Age series fan. So I think like them putting out a good game is better than them pulling an Assassin's Creed, you know?
Right.
So I am excited. So this was more like the video that says, hey, this is still a thing. It's coming. Here's, you know, we're working on shit, etc., etc. Yeah. Game in
I'm still
development.
waiting for the co-op. They need one with co-op.
They do. They need to come play Wasteland with me. Anyways, but that's that one. Surgeon Simulator 2 is out now. I actually saw Shroud playing this, I think, with Lupo and that the other day. Or was it Summit? Somebody. I don't know. He was playing it with somebody. Surgeon Simulator 2, which was presented by Doc Brown.
2022.
I know he's talking about. But yeah, so Surgeon Simulator 2.
I thought I muted myself.
No, you're good.
She's saying
like,
saying that it's no, because I told you I shouldn't have talked to her about it, because she's like, we have to wait 8 years for new Dragon Age to come out. It's not coming out till April 2022 is when it's predicted to come out.
At least they're working on it. I mean, fuck, I've waited longer for other things, so you know, it is what it is.
I get it. Like, if you're a fan of a franchise, you're like, I want to wait 8 years. Queen. Imagine if a Call of Duty took 8 years.
Maybe they might actually be decent, because they would probably.
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts took like what, 10 years?
Yeah,
to
but
even
people,
release another one?
people still bought it, so that's okay. You know, at the end of the day, it worked. Surgeon Simulator was announced, and they showed that 4-player online co-op. That's an Epic Games Store. Bridge Constructor Walking Dead live action reveal trailer.
I'm actually excited for. That's
All right,
the
well
one.
then let's.
Oh, you're gonna watch the video?
And we will. And that's what I said. Like, this is why I want to spend a little more time. Like, hey, you know, let's watch whatever you guys want to watch, whatever chat wants to watch. If they haven't seen it, you know, we're just.
I'm a Walking Dead fan, so
I have a
for
question.
me associated with the Bridge Constructor game, so cool.
I have a question then. If this game wasn't Walking Dead based, would you still buy it?
Yeah, I'd still play it. I love Bridge Constructor games.
So she's merging two of her things that she loves. That's why this is like a game. They went into Ilcat's stream and were like, "Fuck, we need to make a game." All right, we got this. We got this.
I'm just saying, like, cause like I like Poly Bridge and shit like that. But
I like
you know,
Portal Bridge too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking, like, I think they threw Walking Dead on this to get more people to play it.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, it's a Bridge Constructor game with, you know,
make it interesting.
a Walking Dead skin. You know, gives it a little something. But
who's this guy though?
I mean, the trailer is so cheesy, but like,
I know.
The concept of it, I like it.
He's like, fuck, I don't care. I got my laptop going.
Like he's playing Bridge Constructor while zombies are
Yeah, exactly. Priorities, man. Priorities.
He looks like Napoleon Dynamite after 30 years pass.
There you go. That's a better.
Like, I want to know if it's more than just like a simple skin thing like that, or if like, you know, it's like maybe.
Hey, look how the bridges are made.
I mean, the thing that I think is maybe, besides just having, oh, it's Walking Dead or whatever, you know, you gotta like escape the zombie, build the bridge to escape the zombies, like a simple like skin. Like, maybe there's actual like traits, like maybe you're playing as this person and they can build faster, so, like something a little more than
or something, right?
Yeah, something to ingrain the Walking Dead into the game more than.
You send out like Daryl Dixon and he just shoots arrows at them as you're building.
Yeah, like
I think they're just using the trademarked characters to make a zombie game with a bridge constructor.
Yeah, you gotta save these guys. Build a bridge, get across. Oh, it didn't work. All right, build it again. Yada yada. Oh, excuse me.
I get so sucked in on those games.
Well,
like how many people are crossing the bridge? How many, you know?
Yeah.
How many zombies are following? Can you make it fall?
Do I have up?
Right.
All right. He got across, and then it immediately collapsed, which was perfect because there were a bunch of zombies chasing him. Yeah.
Right.
Next after that, just going down the list of things. Like I said, I was just going off of this article because this article had everything, so it was easy to pull up. Sam & Max reboot coming to VR.
Yes.
I'm kind of excited. I don't have VR.
Me neither.
But I hate that each one. I wish that this had the YouTube links because I would have had all these tabs open. But, you know, which I've done in the past, but I just didn't take the time to pull up 20 different things in case we weren't going to watch them. Yeah. Woo! There we go. No, Sam & Max, if you're not an old fuck like me and Shredder, I mean, it's actually Sam & Max isn't like terribly old, but if I had VR, I would play it because it's Sam & Max. Like, I don't know.
One elite force stands against the darkness.
It's a little fun game.
But even they could use some help.
It all depends on the movements for me.
Yeah.
Beauty
Yeah.
for effect.
VR fucks with my brain.
I get
Yeah.
dizzy in VR,
Yeah.
especially in aerial games.
I've never really done it. Like, I've done it at PAXs, but I've never
roommate
like
had
played
one.
it at
It was
home or
kinda-
anything.
It
So
was fun. Like he did one where it was like you're in a shark cage. It was like an experience though. It wasn't a game. It was like shark cage experience.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I could deal with that. But when it came to like games, I was like, nah, I can't do this.
yeah, so I don't know like extended
it's super
experience like
disoriented.
how I would do it. World of Warcraft Shadowlands release date announced for October 27th. If you guys are World of Warcraft people, Warlock,
Yeah.
looking at you, Stormy, etc., Disciple.
Buns is playing here right now.
7-minute story trailer. I'm not gonna watch that with you guys. You World of Warcraft people, you can go watch that. The link's there in chat. What was that?
It's like a mini. It's a long trailer.
Yeah, no, it's a story trailer. Like it's a whole thing. Like
Yeah.
it's setting it up. And there's people like I have steered clear of World of Warcraft for the last couple of years. I'm not getting back into it. It just is what it is. But I still understand people doing it, and then the story like building up. It's there. It's coming out October 27th. If you're a World of Warcraft person, you're buying it. You're playing it. If you're not, you're not. Like I don't see this as being something that's gonna draw somebody in to play it. You know, like I think that day has come and gone with World of Warcraft. Either you're somebody who plays it and plays the expansions, or you're not. There is no in between. They're not
Oh,
getting
I
any
agree
new
with you.
customers.
I don't see anybody wanting to like jump in fresh.
Yeah, like
into
just
the
like, oh, this seems like a
universe.
cool game. Let me check out World of Warcraft. No, either you play it still or you don't. There is no really
WoW does
middle
a
ground.
good job. Like, well, not really, but they allow you. Like, imagine playing a game and you're like, imagine Diablo, for example, right? You're like, all right, I'm gonna get into Diablo,
Mhm.
and instead of starting from like 1, you know, you kind of play it a little bit and you get the control concept and you figure it out a little bit, and then like once you get it, you know, and you get to that point, you could be like, okay, now just buy your level. That's what WoW does. It's
Well,
like
yeah,
you can
they are good
pay
at like
your way
bringing
up.
people like, and even still they have, if you're under like the level cap and all that, and now in this day and age, everything is extra XP. So you could still play through all the core stuff, but you get extra experience and you're fast tracked compared to
And if you're playing with
10 years
friends, like, if
ago-
you bring friends in, you get extra XP.
yeah,
and shit
you
like
know,
that,
so compared to 10 years ago where
Mhm.
you had to grind it out. Now it's like, hey, we're gonna get you up to where everybody else is quicker. So I do
WoW's a
appreciate
commitment,
that.
though, because you still have to pay a monthly,
Yep,
you know, payment plan. to
monthly
even play it.
subscription. Yep.
So I mean, and I don't. There's not too many games that do that. You
Um,
know?
yeah, no, exactly.
So,
So
if
that's
you're
like.
paying for it, you got to be committed to
Mhm.
at least run it every so often.
That's the thing. It's like
Mhm.
I don't know. That's why I said if you're playing it, you're playing it. If you're not, you're not. Like,
But it's like one of those games. Like I said, always like, you know, Disciple, Warlock, play it. You know, I've joined Disciple's clan in Classic, and you know, I try my best to get into it. But I play so many games, I can't.
Mhm.
I can't just sit there and play one game.
yeah,
For
like
that
yeah,
long.
I like playing too many different games.
Right.
But yeah, if you guys are Warcraft, obviously, like I said, October 27th. Warhammer Stormground revealed upcoming fantasy strategy game. For that, I always love Warhammer stuff because I used to play the tabletop, so I'll be keeping an eye on that a little bit. I have a huge tabletop background. Crash Bandicoot 4, pretty much DLC hard mode was announced, is what that was. For Crash fans that love a punishing platform, hidden levels with ramped up difficulty have been
Pretty
revealed.
neat.
So, Outriders new cinematic trailer, which actually, I had another article. Does it not have it? Oh, I kind of want to watch that. You guys know I'm a huge Outriders person. I cannot wait for Outriders. It makes me sad that this article doesn't have the new cinematic trailer. I wonder how long that is. I might look for it at the end of this. But Outriders.
While you're talking, I'll look it up.
Yeah, Outriders cinematic trailer. If you're not familiar with Outriders, to me, it seems like a true RPG version of Destiny. Like, it is... I've talked about it a lot on the show. I'm really excited for it. It's supposed to be coming out in November. But it's a lot more RPG focused rather than Destiny, which was more action, FPS kind of whatever. This has a little bit more. There's more actual skill trees. There's character leveling. Gear makes a true difference. All of that. So I'm really excited for Outriders. Necromunda, all of the above. Necromunda. How long is it, Shredder?
Minute 36.
Okay, cool. I can do that.
Looks sick. I'm watching it.
Oh, it's in the Discord. Okay.
Yeah. I have a ad campaign really quick for 20 seconds. So we'll check that out. Teardown, which is a kind of like a heist game. Work together in destructible environments to pull off a heist. That was announced. Little Nightmares 2 gameplay trailer, though.
This trailer is pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm going to pause this one and we'll do the Little Nightmares 2 one really quick. All right. Unless
Okay,
this...
kids,
oh, no,
get in
this has it. All right. Well, we'll watch this one. There. Because this one doesn't have an ad because I already went through it.
Which game is this one?
This is Outriders. This is the Outriders cinematic trailer.
A rupture that obliterates without warning. Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me.
I like it.
But together, this entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road, into the dark heart of creation.
I'm so excited for this game. I really hope it lives up to my expectations. Because I was so excited for Destiny and it so let me down. And I even played it, a couple weeks ago. I was playing a lot. Doesn't mean I still wasn't let down. I think this is what I wanted Destiny to be. Like, everything I see about this game, it makes me think of what I want, what I was expecting Destiny to be. Not an action game, not an FPS. Like,
I guess I get to play this one with you because
I'll be
banned from Destiny. So.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
No.
Yeah, he told me that yesterday. Dude, but like, this is an RPG. Like,
salty about it.
Like, this is like a first person, like, you know, Mass Effect almost type of thing. RPG. Oh, that's us. There we go. RPG Destiny. Like, I'm so fucking excited. Like, and I used to tout Destiny like every day. But Little Nightmares also.
Well, I like this
Which
one.
Little Nightmares is fucking great.
Nightmares was fun.
So
yeah.
Little Nightmares is great, which I've only ever played like a demo of it. I still have it. I think I own it on Steam, but I've never actually like played it through.
Oh man,
it's on my list.
Game.
Like I still like,
So
but I've
pretty.
seen so many play it, dude. It's such a great game. I know, and I
Ray
appreciate it.
tracing.
I've just never gotten to experience it
Ray
myself. Yeah, ray
tracing.
tracing right there. Yeah, yeah. See that light right there? Yeah. But like,
Are they making it co-op?
I don't know. Hey, there's two people.
Said,
I wonder. Or if it's a co-op or maybe an NPC.
creepy.
I love it. Little Nightmares is so much
Little
fun.
Nightmares is great. It's a great fucking game. That shit right there is creepy as fuck, though.
I love
Yeah, that thing right there. Hell
That
no.
little, nope. I'm okay with the hand. Mannequin type shit gets me, man. Nah.
That one got me. That one scares me right there.
Chat, like, my people know mannequins. Dolls, not so much, but mannequin type things. Yeah, like those are a little more mannequin-y than just standard dolls.
You know me, I love horror, so
Dude, I cannot wait to play it. I cannot wait. But I am going to be literally, just like when I played fucking every other horror game that, you know, incorporates all this in. Like, most of them, like, it doesn't bother me. But especially when there's in, like, mannequin areas, I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. I don't, nope, nope, nope. And I just walk away. Like, nope. Like, I rarely get, like, jump scared. I just kind of, like, walk around and I'm like, nah, fuck you, bro. Nope. Nah. Not letting it happen.
I'm terrified if I walked into a house with a bunch of creepy dolls there.
That's it. Like, dolls, like, that's the thing, because mannequins are big dolls, and I get that. But, like, smaller dolls don't bother me, even if they're creepy. I'm just like, it's a creepy doll.
Yeah.
Fucking mannequins, though, like, just with the,
Yeah, 'cause you could walk in and think it's somebody.
Yeah,
They
I
probably
don't-
just, the look of it probably just freaks you out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. And I've always said, like, my biggest jump scare that's ever happened long before I ever streamed was, I think it was Prey 2, I think, because I think it was Prey. Had, like, kind of the horror thing going on, and there was a mannequin factory that you had to go through. And I've told this story before, but you had to go through, like, a mannequin factory. And I went through, and they were creepy the first time. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, it got to me, but whatever. I died right after, like, I went through this big warehouse floor of mannequins that moved the whole fucking time, and they chased you when you weren't looking at them. So the first time, like, they kind of got to me a little bit. They kind of spooked me out. But yeah, exactly. Like, they were there, and then they moved, and I was like, okay, whatever. But I died, and it respawned me on the other side. Like, so I had to go through that whole floor again. And some of you guys have already heard this story. So I go through it, and I'm like, I walk into this giant room, and I'm looking at the fucking, like, 5 mannequins in the corner, and I'm like, I know you guys are going to move. So I never take my eyes off them the whole time. I'm, like, walking up, because I've been through this. I know where the exit is. I just stay looking at them, just walking backwards. I'm good. I get outside into the alleyway that I'm supposed to go to. Cool. I turn around, go into the alleyway, start walking. I hear something behind me. All 5 mannequins came out into the alleyway right fucking behind me. I fucking threw, I died. I literally died because they didn't do that the last time. Like, they stopped, like, inside the building. This was literally, like, they came out into the alleyway and were like, yeah, you stared at us the whole time. We're still gonna fuck with you. I still, to this day, like, nope.
Them goosebumps.
Yeah, still. That was my biggest jump scare ever in gaming. Little Nightmares 2, though. Looks awesome. Cannot wait. WWE 2K Battlegrounds.
Stupid.
Yeah. It looks like, even if you are a WWE...
That video.
Look at the body. Play the trailer and look at the models.
Well, that's the
dude.
thing.
Those
Like, it
look
looks
stupid.
it looks like I don't get it. It looks like they did Celebrity Deathmatch as a WWE game. Like, that's what this is. This is
And they're like, oh, it's
Celebrity.
arcade.
So
Arcadey.
terrible.
Yeah. Like
it looks like a mobile app.
Yeah, like, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it does. That's what it is.
Like, this is, and it's so exciting because, oh, we have the old school, you know, Jerry Lawler is, like, coming back, you know, commentating it.
2K. Like, yeah, god damn.
But
look at
this
him.
is, it's Celebrity Deathmatch. Like, look at these graphics, like the character models and everything. They're not realistic.
No.
Whole
It's
game's arcade. Yeah, look
yeah,
at
it's
it.
arcadey and
No, it definitely looks.
Sure.
It's a mobile app. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, why waste money on
yeah, like,
animation
why?
like that?
Yeah, like,
Just keep it the way like 2K's always been. NBA Jam WWE is the best thing I've ever heard in my life. 100% right.
it's just awkward in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I can't.
Like I said,
I like wrestling, but I don't think
yeah,
I
and
ever
there's,
played
yeah,
this.
but like, okay, you like wrestling.
I like the WWE like 2K, you know, like the 2K10 and you know all that. Like that's sick, but whatever the hell this is they need to not.
Yeah, like I just like it's just weird graphics, arcadey. Like I don't know who had this idea. I just
Maybe they're trying to promote it for children more.
yeah, like maybe like
I
a
think it's
younger
more for
demographic.
kids, yeah, but still.
The realistic version of the game is it's pretty intense. Like it's kind of I don't know how to describe it. I mean it's not intense, but it's like it's more This looks like it's like A, B, Y, X is all you have to push.
Yeah,
You know?
like
it's just a button mashing wrestling game. Like, have fun.
Dude, the best wrestling
thought it
games
was
to
gonna
be
be like
run in
Tekken.
N64.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
like I just like look at this character model of what?
Look
That's
how cheesy that
Stone
looks.
Cold
Why is
versus
there
The
a
Rock right
helicopter
there.
up top?
Like
Stone Cold
there's
and
a
The Rock,
helicopter.
though.
like
Right.
that's just
This hurts
why
my
would you
feelings.
spend so much money making this? I just
Oh, look, it's not a mobile game. It's Xbox, PS4.
yeah.
I
It's
know,
on the
but
Switch.
It should be mobile.
Like I just don't. That's I think a
It is-
swing and a miss.
It is an odd-looking game.
I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but Star Wars Squadrons campaign gameplay. 3.5 minutes.
That's not gonna be one for me either.
That's not gonna be one for you, dude. It looks
Dude,
so.
I'm not.
like
I'm not
the
a fan of. I'm not a fan of flying in
Dude,
any game.
I'm so excited for Star Wars
The whole game
Squadrons,
is based off of you flying around, and I just can't.
dude. It's a 3-minute trailer. If you think like you're excited for it, it's there. Links there in the Discord. Definitely go check it out. Shredder, obviously not interested. I'm fucking excited. Star Wars Squadrons, like everything I've seen about it, I'm excited. So wait, are you excited? Was that a yes or no?
For this?
Yes, for Star Wars.
I don't think I would be. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, but I don't think I'd like the game.
Dude, it's
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, but I just
it's
past where it
Star
was
Wars.
I
based, and
just
it's like
don't
Jedi-
do good with flight games.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
both of you guys are kind of in the same boat there, where you're like, it's a flight game, so that's why I'm not doing it. Gotcha.
right.
Gotcha.
I mean, if it's Star Fox was like probably the only flight game I ever did, because I get too
Hey, Star
dizzy.
Fox was a great flight game. I'm just
Star
saying.
Fox is
It
dope.
was.
I'm just saying.
It's another thing where they just slap Star Wars on it, and they're like Star Wars, but it's like I don't know. What were those old fighter jet games that they used to have? Like Ace
God, I
Ace
don't
Combats.
remember.
Yeah, like
Ace
Ace Combat.
Combat.
Yeah, I
just
love
make
Ace
it-
I
Combat.
like Pilot Wings.
I don't even
throw
remember
Star
that.
Wars on there. Everyone wants to use their fucking force. No one wants to sit in a cockpit the whole game and be like. Dun, dun,
But it's
dun,
different.
dun,
It's different
dun.
style things, and you're in
It's not.
space.
No,
Actually, the graphics. I take it back. The graphics look good.
I was saying,
for cinematic parts, yeah.
dude, it looks so good. Star Wars Squadrons looks so good. I'm sorry. I'm excited. Anyways, we'll move right along.
Sorry.
12 minutes voice cast. So new psychological thriller, 12 minutes. Reveal the cast behind their voices.
James McAvoy. Wow.
Yeah, they actually have a huge actual for the psychological thriller.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ray from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Warframe. The new Warframe expansion was announced to arrive on all platforms. Override 2 Super Mech League was announced. So alongside with the holiday 2020 release, available on PS4, Xbox One, PC, yada yada yada. It's a mech brawler kind of thing, kind of cool. I'll be checking out. I want a little bit more kind of details on it. It's just an announcement trailer. It's a simple one, even though it's only a minute. It's very basic. Sims 4. Pretty much they're adding in Star Wars goodness. So
Exactly.
Sims
Just
is
slap
getting
Star Wars on it
yeah,
again.
yeah, exactly. So Sims is adding Sims is adding a Star Wars expansion. It's okay. We appreciate them for it. If you're a Sims player, now you can add Star Wars into the people that you can drown in a pool with by pulling out the ladder. I don't know. Like Sims
No, it's
is
all about lighting the carpet on fire and then taking away all the doors and windows.
all that fun stuff.
I make painting goblins made of stormtroopers. Lock them in my basement and make me paintings.
That's just creepy. All right.
I know it is. I'd actually play this one though.
It is your husband
Next
okay?
one-
Like
the next
I've
one,
never
I've
like I
already
mean you said you
pre-ordered.
had a husband.
Man.
Like I mean now I'm like
I had a
worried.
husband.
Like now I'm worried. I mean,
Hey,
you
you never
know.
play God when you play The Sims? I do some funny stuff on here.
I've never been a huge Sims person. So I mean I get it, but like
The Sims that I played the most was the Urban Sims was probably like the one that I played the most. Because that one had like objectives and shit like that. You had to get a job, and it was pretty dope.
I think it was 3
But-
that I played.
they have added
3 was
if
the
I was going to
most.
play anyone, like honestly we've talked a lot about how Sims has made a lot of adjustments and even a lot of these recent expansions, even without the Star Wars one, but like the recent like green expansion thing and all that, there's a lot of good things that Sims has added, and I'm
Yeah.
you know,
I
if
can't
I were
dog-
to play
I can't
any,
dog
I
on
can't
Sims.
knock on it at all. I really think that it's awesome. If I
The
were to
only
play
time
it, I would definitely.
The only time I ever got upset with Sims was when the Sims Pet expansion came out.
Mhm.
Because I thought I got to be a dog or a cat, and it was just like, no, we're adding dogs and cats to the game, and I was like,
oh,
fuck
you
you.
can be them.
I wanted to interact as a dog or a cat. Like imagine a game where you're a dog and you just get to go piss on everything. You know what I mean? Like piss off your owner. That'd be sick.
That
And now
this
they
is
took
this
that away
is
I liked
this
it.
is Shredder.
I want to create my Star Wars world with all my. I want to create my own little bar and everything.
I
My
could see that being
cantina.
sick.
I need.
I think I'd probably play it for like 2 days and then be done with it.
There you go.
Well,
Just
that's the, yeah,
experience
that's the thing. Is like so many people are just like, oh, all right, now I'm done.
Well, that's gonna be on Origins, right? Because isn't Sims EA?
Yes.
So yeah, we'll probably get it for free if you have the Origins All Access.
Yeah.
So I'll probably
Yeah.
try. I'll give it a go.
Yeah. There you go.
The next one I'm excited for,
Problem
though.
solved.
Have y'all ever been to the Outpost though at Orlando?
Yes.
You've been there,
No.
right?
Yes. I mean, I live here, so that's my IRL job.
So in the trailer, everything that they show in the trailer mimics how it looks at Disney. So it was
Oh, it
like kind of
is?
tripping me out.
I
Did you
know- I-
watch it? Look, it looks exactly like how Disney looks.
Well, now I'm curious.
Get in the
Black
car.
Spire.
We're leaving.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Black Spire.
Are you ready?
And I think that's what intrigued me the most about this game.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love having a fucking ad at the beginning of everything.
You don't have ad blocker on?
Exactly like it.
I think it's still funny that Sims have their own language. I still find that amusing.
There's somebody that claims they can speak Somalian.
Patoonie! Well, R2 still speaks the same. Hey, I know friends who work at that. It's very actually that is a pretty solid bar at Disney.
Yeah,
like
it looks amazing.
It's pretty good. Yeah, went there for cast preview. Yeah, you have to actually like reserve to get in though. I don't know if it's like with COVID and all that, but before like you had to reserve to even go into the bar and just hang out and have drinks.
I wasn't able to get in because the day that I went was the day they released the Flight of the Resistance ride, the new one. Yeah, it looks like they like did the whole animation based on the park.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Like watching as the fly-in and all that was going. Yeah, the way that it's all set up. And that is one of my favorite areas there in.
Oh man, I stayed there like a whole day. I ate everything and we built the lightsaber too. We went to Savi's.
Mm-hmm. You were in my neck of the woods, and you didn't come say hi. Gosh, I don't know.
I go to Florida once a year. Like I go every
rude,
year.
rude, rude. You were
And every
like,
year
I'll be
she makes
there
up
again
like
in
you were
October.
literally like 2 miles away from me. Literally, like I live like I could hit a golf ball onto Disney property. That's how close I live.
Well, I'll be
'Cause-
at Epcot October 17th for Food and Wine.
I'll still be here. I won't have moved yet, so I got you.
Not yet.
I got you. If you haven't bought your tickets, we'll talk after the thing, and yeah, whatever. Anyways, yay, indefinite furlough though. Anyways, moving right along. Where did we stop? Sims. Mafia
next.
Definitive Edition.
I already pre-ordered it.
Yeah, Mafia. Awesome game. Definitive Edition. Story trailer revealed.
Who doesn't want to be an OG?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely like right up Shredder's alley. You want to play as a mobster? Like, I mean, the original Mafia game was a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's the same.
Fulfill your mobster fantasies.
Yeah,
in that game.
exactly.
It's
yeah.
so painful to go back and try to play it because if you so right now on Steam there's a bundle.
Mhm.
If you buy 1 through 3, you can get this for $39.99
Mhm.
instead of $59.99. So I did that and I installed 1 and 2 and I couldn't play them because the graphics were just
It's
shit.
so bad, yeah.
But it was like I remember playing it and having so much fun with it. And it was just so hard I couldn't do it.
I remember
So
them being
I'm
fun.
excited for this.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of revisit them a little bit.
Right.
Uh,
Oh yeah, because it's the same characters from 1 and 2.
mhm.
So I'm excited.
Limnus Gate, first-person shooter meets turn-based strategy game, which was announced as
Like Wasteland.
yeah, very similar. I'm gonna mute that for a little bit. Ah! Go away, volume. Lego Star Wars Saga delayed. No, why are you popping up again? Star Wars Saga delayed. Struggling launch trailer, which is kind of reminds me of a Meat Boy kind of thing a little bit. This is just a minute long kind of thing here. This is
Wait, struggling launch trailer is like Meat Boy?
just the graphics of it reminded me of it.
Okay. I thought it was like Meat Boy. I loved Meat Boy. I thought it was a lot of fun.
So and the thing is, like with trailers like these that are only a minute, like this, I will give it more credence because this is actual gameplay as opposed to a cinematic. But also at the same time, I still don't know what the fuck is going to be going on, like at all. Like, I get that they're trying to show that there's different things that can happen that make it different, but at the same time, I'm not seeing it. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see more. Like, this was announced like a minute long thing, like being able to like change time, but in like a multiplayer setting, how does that work? Like, you kill somebody but you don't. Like, I'm very confused, and a 50-second trailer does not answer.
There's no like main point in that
Yeah,
trailer.
like I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know whether to be excited, whether not to be, etc. There we go. We'll mute that one. First Chorus, which is a dark dogfighting space game. So think Star Wars Squadrons, except, you know, Dark Souls. First gameplay trailer released there. Fall Guys Season 2 was announced, which we talked about a little bit last week, but we got a little bit more information on it, where they added new levels and costumes with like dragons and new medieval themes. Personally, I get the Fall Guys fad, but I'm not Ryan, who we had on last week.
Like, so much of it.
I played like 30 minutes of it, and like I feel like I could probably play like 3 or 4 matches depending on how far I get. But I can't play it all day.
I would never be able to play it solo.
Yeah,
I think
I can't
like
play that all day.
if you three wanted to play it and we hung out, had some drinks or whatever, and played it for fun for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, that'd be fine with a group of people. Could I play it solo? No. Could I play it for probably more than 2 hours? No. Like it's a bad version of Mario Party, in my opinion. I would much rather Mario Party have full online crossplay capabilities, and I would much rather play that. That'd
be sick.
Yeah, for me, Fall Guys is like a game that I would like to play with like a bunch of people in my like in my house. You
Yeah,
know,
like
as a party game.
Yeah, a party
we
game.
all take turns trying to do it.
Or as streamers, I've said this before, I want Fall Guys to enable custom lobbies. Let me have a custom lobby with my community or with people. Just be like, just sign up. That would be fun.
The problem with that is people play games for the achievements, and like I feel like if they did something like that, you wouldn't be able to get the unlocks that you.
Well, I mean, like they
playing
can still do
online.
that the rest of the time, but they could add that in like PUBG did with custom lobbies for your community. Since it is really the only reason it's as big as it is because of influencers. Let influencers make a custom lobby for, you know,
Actually,
30
just to
people.
play with
Yeah, just to play with your community. That I think would be awesome. But either way, if you guys are Fall Guys people, new season 2 stuff coming in. Like I said, more information in the Discord. Feel free to check that out. I just kind of going through like this towards the bottom of this article is more kind of things that have already been announced. That's why I'm kind of like scooting past them a little bit. Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition release date is going to be on October 15th. Wastelander 3 character trailer was revealed, but then the game came out on last Friday, so we're not going to watch that. As much as I want to play it and I need somebody to play it with, cough Shredder, cough anybody. Really, it's on Game Pass.
It's turn-based.
Yeah, it's turn-based.
I can't.
It's an old school Fallout, like that.
I
Yeah.
know.
And that's the thing, like,
dude.
I don't have anybody to play it with, but it has co-op, and I want to do the co-op thing. Like, I've played the other one solo.
And
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe if it's co-op, I'll look at it.
Yeah. I need somebody to play it with.
I don't like the chance. I hate chance games.
If you ever played the original Fallout, that's what Wasteland games are the old school Fallout, which I love. That's the reason I fell in love with the Fallout series. Not this new, I'm going to sound very hipster, but not this new Fallout 3, Fallout whatever bullshit. I fell in love with the old school shit long before y'all ever, it was all popular, yada, yada, yada bullshit.
Now it's unpopular though because of 76. So
yeah, 76 kind of ruined it. So I guess it's, yeah.
Out.
But that is out now. Game Pass. You guys want to check it out if you have Game Pass / any of us who have free Game Pass, thanks to, Mixer, RIP. Anyways, Medal of Honor Above and Beyond story trailer revealed. That's there. Medal of Honor, first game in a while. I will say that.
And they make it a VR.
Yeah, it's VR.
Yeah,
this one's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like I get that. I think that it's not a bad thing for them to go VR because they've been out of the game for a while. So hey, let's try and
back with the VR though.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
not a lot of people have it.
Well, I would say not that, but maybe let's establish ourselves in a niche that doesn't have a COD in it. Because like in this day and age, even though I liked Medal of Honor more than like COD and all that and everything back in the day, maybe they're like, hey, how are we going to compete right now against a COD and a Battlefield and things like that?
Or maybe they're taking the safe route and they're like, if our game sucks, not everybody has VR, so nobody will see it.
I mean, you could say that too. I try to look at the positive where, maybe they're trying to, capitalize on a sector of, gaming that doesn't have a huge COD Battlefield influence already overflowing. Maybe they can establish themselves there and provide a good experience because COD doesn't have a VR experience. Battlefield doesn't have a VR experience.
Oh
now
my
you
God,
can.
Can you imagine?
No, hell no. I'd throw up everywhere.
I'd be so sick.
Fucking the whole time, just fucking doing this kind of shit, peeking over corners and all
You
that.
have like a shredder.
Trying to slide? Can you imagine sliding in VR? Oh my God.
No, because I'd actually want to slide and I'd run
I know.
my table or something.
I still say, like, my biggest issue with VR is exactly that it's on rails. I miss the old, like, I don't know if you ever got any of you guys or in chat ever did the whole, in like malls, they had those like VR kind of sets that you would get into, right? Like a pod. Yeah, and it would like strap on your waist and you were able to run and everything. Like that's what I want VR. But they're not like really.
You're talking about like the slide plates too, right? Where you could run in place.
Well,
and
yeah,
not
exactly.
move.
Like I want to be able to run in place, and like I want VR to be VR. I don't want to be
I
on
thought some of
rails.
those had 'em.
Like there's a couple things and all that, but they're not like that's where I want VR personally to move
I
towards.
mean, that's probably. I was gonna say that's if it went to that, maybe
I would do VR because I want to be able to, and there's like the same thing. Like they have that, like even if you crouch IRL, it will make your character crouch because it's like they have like things that it's just like strapped onto your waist kind of, so it registers you going up and down.
I'm like
the
watching
Wii
the
first
trailer
came
for
out?
this. I can't do it.
Yeah, no. I hate on rails, any of that stuff. It
Yeah.
drives me nuts.
But it's like when the Wii came out, America was happy because they're like, our kids aren't going to be obese. They can play video games and move. Like, imagine if they had something like that where
Dude,
you actually had to run.
Well, that's
in
it. Yeah,
place,
because so you have like a couple of the pods, they have like half like inverted circles, like a semicircle kind of thing. So you run and you have like the skates on there, so you're running in place or even still like doing that and then like crouching up and down, whatever, but you're not actually going anywhere because you're strapped into this pod. But like it works. Like that's what I want VR to be. I don't want to be on rails where I can't move or I have to hit a button to move. I want to be running and like crouch and like kind of like peek up just a little bit and like, oh fuck. Because I do that as is sitting there with a fucking controller. Could you imagine playing VR? Like, because I lean when I fucking like, come around a corner in controller wise, let alone in VR where I'm like, fuck, like that's what I want it for. But yeah, I obviously none of us really have VR. I hate on rails, but hopefully it works out for them. I always like the Medal of Honor series. Spellbreak. I'm really excited for Spellbreak. Release date announced later today on all platforms. Launches at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm so excited. Shredder, did you ever play Spellbreak with me?
What's that?
Did you ever play
The
Spellbreak with
animation
me?
is pretty.
Dude,
I played Spellbreak
have you
with you.
ever played like Spellbreak? Dude, Spellbreak is so much fun. It's like I tell people, it's like Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but as a BR. Like that's what the animation is. It is you get to play as a battle mage. It's a BR. It is so much fun. I've been playing it since like the alpha, off and on. I've had access to it. I am so excited. It's cross-play, everything between all systems. Launches later today. It will always have a fond place in my heart.
Oh yeah, it's free tomorrow.
Yep, it's free tomorrow.
Or free it's now.
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, well, it launches at 10 a.m. So in 9 hours for me.
So you probably can pre-install.
Yeah, you probably can pre-install. It will always have a fun place in my heart because me playing it got me a Shroud host. So when he was playing it, so I will always appreciate Spellbreak constantly back on the Mixer days. But I absolutely, this game for a non-standard BR, this is my favorite BR, hands down, that has come out in years. And that's why I love playing it. Every time they dropped new, talk about it, everything, you pick up mage gauntlets and you sling ice spells and everything else, and it's a lot of
Your
fucking fun.
elements work with each other too.
Yeah,
which is
exactly.
sick.
So yeah, there's a lot of synergy that happens. Fire with toxic and lightning and wind and creating storm clouds, and it's so much fun. And I haven't played the game in like 3 months, so I can only imagine the improvements that they've made in 3 months. So if you
It looks
haven't,
pretty.
Dude,
it still
it's-
reminds me of Breath of the Wild Zelda.
yeah, no, that's it.
animation.
It's I call it the
It
Zelda
does.
BR.
It really does.
Yeah, the animations are Zelda BR. That's how I call it.
It looks like Zelda and Kakarot, actually, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I can see
If you were
that.
to mix
Yep.
Dragon Ball Z with this.
We're leaving.
It's yeah, if you guys haven't downloaded, just it's free. It's free, it's crossplay. This is something that I'm gonna be playing a lot. I highly recommend it to everybody. Check it out. It's a lot of fucking fun, and it is different. The only thing is, if you are used to first person, it's a third person game, so it is a little different in that regard. Destiny 2, they showed a little bit more information about the Beyond Light expansion and how the new elements in that work. And then they gave a...
Pissed.
I know. Well, you're pissed because you can't play. You're waiting to hear back.
Yep.
He supposedly, chat, got banned for cheating or something like that and hasn't heard why when he wasn't even playing. So... yeah, he told me that yesterday. But yeah, and then Ratchet and Clank PS5 gameplay trailer, which Ratchet and Clank, always fun. Supposed to be a launch game on PS5, so we'll see if that actually happens. We'll talk about that here in a second. Anyways, let's see if this does the thing. Hold on, because OBS is being silly, so I'm gonna try and go back to the Webshow thing by clicking on it. Let's see. Let's see if it crashes. I think it did. So a recent thing. Interesting.
You're using a Stream Deck?
Yeah, well, that I just tried it in the OBS. Like, I just tried clicking through it. So it has to do with something. I'm gonna have to play around. I'm gonna have to do some tests and see, because there's no reason why that should be doing that. Maybe it's a combination of like the transition between things with the background loading and all that. I don't know. Anyways, I'll have to figure out why that's doing that, because that wasn't a thing even last week. So yay, technology, yay. Anyways, moving right along. That was all Gamescom goodness. Moving into, I know we talked about it, a lot of it should be very interesting. I'll let you guys talk. I'm gonna hear your opinions. I'm gonna respond, because I know you guys both were excited to kind of talk about this a little bit. Give a little preemptive. As of this week, I think it was the 1st, right? Hold on. Wait, let me do notice. As of, yes, the September 1st. So as of Monday. Monday was the 1st? I don't know. It's September 1st. In Animal Crossing, you can now include items to decorate your island with homes supporting and signs and things like that, is supporting the Joe Biden campaign. I will preface this both in chat and also to you guys as well. We're not going to get political here. Anybody in chat, anything like that, we're not talking political, whether yay, nay, Biden, Trump, anything like that. I don't want to get into that. But what we are going to talk about is the fact that this is a thing, that now you can get, they are reaching out into the Animal Crossing or into the video universe to allow you to decorate Animal Crossing islands with Joe Biden campaign material, essentially. In-game events becoming more prominent. We've seen that in Fortnite, COD, obviously, recently. This is a thing now. Do we see this as something that is going to keep growing? Are we expecting, right now, this is the first time we've seen this, are we expecting this to grow in the future? Do you think 2024 that I'm going to be playing COD and I'm going to see political posters?
For me, it says that you're still offline.
It should be up.
Forward with this, I think it's going to be a thing.
Mm.
I think we're going to start to see advertisements on COD and things like that. Look what Fortnite did. They have like live DJs on there, and they market movie characters. And now Animal Crossing is over here marketing like political parties.
I think it's an attempt to get younger audience, because think about video games. It's not just kids anymore. It's adults too. And so I think it's just their way of getting politics, awareness of politics
into this age group or into this subculture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think people don't necessarily pay attention to the news, which I think is stupid. I think everyone should be aware with current events.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just sitting back letting your world run itself, then it's kind of a problem. But yeah, I think it's just their way of being like, hey, this is what's happening, and people might be, you know, there might be somebody out there, I don't know who, but someone might be out there being like, what is this? And then it just brings up the conversation of politics.
Mhm.
And then boom, now all of a sudden they want to be political.
Yeah.
That's why I look at it. I mean, Joe Biden did this himself. Is that what you were saying? I didn't really read too
Well,
much
it's like,
about it.
well,
It
like Joe
says
Biden,
his campaign.
yeah, the
released
campaign,
signs for people to download.
yeah, this
Now,
is an actual
In
thing
Animal
from his
Crossing, though,
campaign.
can't you make your own stuff,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
You can make
but this is he
send the
actually.
codes out.
Yeah, no, this is actually from his campaign, has
Yeah,
the
yeah.
codes and everything. So this is a movement from
No,
like
I
his
get
campaign.
it. I get it, but I think what's gonna happen is you're gonna just start seeing islands like, you know, people put Trump in everything just to piss other people off.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see the clan tags Trump. You know, they're not political. It's not for a political thing. They just know that it triggers certain people.
Mhm.
So I think that's all this is gonna do. It's just gonna be a troll thing.
Well, that's
Yeah.
my issue of it going into that, which is I think that so many of us use gaming as an escape. As much as I
Mhm.
appreciate yes, I definitely think that younger folks and all that should vote 110%. Whatever way you're voting, go out and vote. Do your thing. And this is to help that. I think in the gaming sphere, I agree that I think it's only going to get worse, and I'm very upset about that. Worse is subjective. I think that it's
I
only
think-
going to only grow.
If I find out that certain people, because I mean, like I don't get mad when other people have different opinions for me. I feel like I'm mature enough to like hear you out. You know, like if you're against this, but I'm for it.
Mhm.
I'm mature enough to like have a conversation with you and figure it out. But there are people out there that aren't like that.
Mhm. And
they're gonna
it's
get,
going to
like,
become
imagine
a
you're playing a game and they
very
see that shit on there, and it's gonna get super controversial.
as is the internet is already very at each other's throats constantly for every little tiny thing. Like this is only going to exacerbate that. That's how I see it. And you know, and I appreciate what the Biden campaign and all that is doing by adding that into New
He's
Horizons.
trying to get his name out there. To
Yeah,
more people.
exactly. Yeah, to you know, and younger people appeal to the younger crowd and all that, and that's great. My worry is that this opens the door for this continuing in the future, and then,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, you know, then it comes down to highest bidder of putting something into the game because. You know, COD in 2024, we're running through Black Ops 7 and we see a Republican poster, a Democrat poster, whatever, and then you have people that are just going to troll off of that, and the internet
You're thinking like on that note too, but like
Yeah.
I'm thinking you're gonna let politics start getting into video games. Wait till you see what video games turn into.
yeah. Oh, well,
politicians
that's
running 'em.
I
that's
would really hate if they start doing that.
I know that, and
Politicians
that's
start
my
limiting
worry
what
from
we're
it.
allowed to play.
Yeah.
Like, and what's in our games. Just wait. I feel like this is like a claw that they just put into the game like industry. And they're just like hoping that it hooks and they can, because I mean, look at what politicians talk about all the time. Like video games, entertainment, like has such an impact on our lives
Mhm.
as like our youth or whatever. But so I feel like this is just them digging in and putting their claws in and being like, now we're going to control this part of our government.
Yeah,
Like we're going to start governmenting what people are allowed to play.
and I just.
I look at it like that's the bigger picture.
I'm okay. Like like I said, I personally I'm okay with the intent here. I'm just worried about the floodgate that this will open up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
That's-
imagine if Fortnite made like a Hillary and a Trump skin.
Like and then like moving
And, like, your
forward,
exes
like
are, like, picket,
games, like I
picket
said,
posters.
I'm not saying either side, whether it's Trump, Biden, whatever. Like, so many people, myself included, I don't want to deal with this shit when I'm gaming. You know, it's like it's an
it's very
escape.
dumb.
No, you don't, because
The-
gaming is your escape.
is my
from
escape
the
from all
craziness of
this.
reality.
I get that they're
You don't
trying to
wanna
reach
see
out to the
that.
younger crowd and they're trying to figure out a way to do it, especially in this COVID era, especially like because you haven't had rallies and you're trying to reach out to the younger demographic. but I'm not saying I have the answer. I'm not saying I have the answer, but I'm not sure this is the way, because
No.
I think this and this line of doing things opens up a floodgate that is not going to end well if it keeps
I tell
going on
you-
this course.
I tell you what they could do. They could put some advertisements on Twitch.
Yeah, well,
you know what?
that's the thing.
People-
Like,
people will
you
sub
have
to
those
not watch 'em.
30-second ads. Like, yeah, exactly. Like I don't watch those ads anyways. I will gladly not watch a Biden Trump ad just as much as I will gladly not watch a Schick Quattro or a fucking whatever other ad has come up on Twitch today. I don't know.
A
I don't
toothbrush
fucking
that
pay.
plays fucking
Yeah, the
EDM, dude.
toothbrush. Like I don't. You know, whatever. Like I like
Yeah, they
that's
got that-
that's my feeling.
toothbrush
Like
tells me what time of day it is, and it plays fucking Beck Wow for me.
and like I respect like I said, I respect the campaign going out trying to reach out to younger voters. I get that, especially because they're the demographic that doesn't vote nearly as much as the older demographic. I get that. We've all seen the numbers. We know that. I don't know that this is the way, and I'm not saying I have the right answer. I am not a political science
you're absolutely
major.
right.
I'm not. I did not go into poli-sci in college.
Literally, somebody's campaign manager was like, "We need to figure out ways, since we can't go around and have rallies like you said. We can't go to door and like show people like in the community that like what we're all about. So they had to figure out a way." And
yeah, I mean, this is definitely a way, and it's a way to show support. But also, like I said, I see on the other side, I just see this brewing more
I just don't
toxicity.
understand why Animal Crossing.
Well, it's just I don't know. I think it's just a way
Like, why not Sims?
to choose and support. They have the snap codes. You can just download it and be like, hey, I want to represent. Easy.
To make with Animal
feel that.
Crossing.
Yeah. It's easy
You
to
can make anything with that thing.
yeah,
With the creator.
yeah, easy to create, easy to represent your support and all that. I mean, especially us as content creators, we know how fucking toxic the internet can be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not even like I'm sure even more so as a female content creator on the fucking internet. Like I have no fucking idea. Like I have an inkling.
It's so easy.
Like
it's so easy to just go like ruin someone's day.
and
That's the thing that's scary about it, is anybody can come in here and just talk shit. Like there's nothing stopping anybody from doing that.
I worry that this is going to start a precedence moving forward for gaming.
We already allow so many people in our lives. Like I don't want to talk about politics with anybody, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, exactly. I leave it out. Yeah, exactly. I don't want any politics talk, whatever. When I'm gaming and in that community, I personally, that's it. Now I will cut people off and all that, like personally, yada yada, and I get that, and that's everybody's point of view, whatever. But
It just
I
opens
think
up so many floodgates of issues.
when I'm gaming, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to have to worry about whether or not
There's
Shredder
some
or
people that
Ill.
are super gung-ho about talking about politics all the time. And
Exactly.
I just I have to step away from them or cut them off from my life completely because I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, I just want,
I
this
respect
is
your
my
opinion,
escape. Yeah,
but I just don't want to hear it.
Right.
I respect you.
mean, and there's already a backlash too with like BLM being on Twitch and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people that are so against that.
Shit, I've gotten backlash just for having my BLM little thing in the corner that I have during when I'm playing. Like, and that's a tiny little thing.
I have no opinion on it. Like, I don't want to get into it, but I just think if you don't have it, right? Like, if they have it out there, right? But if you don't have it, you're racist or whatever, right? But if you do have it, then like they're still turning it on you. It's like a lose-lose, you know what I mean? And going on to that too, like Madden 20, I know we were talking about it last night and how trash it is, but they have a new game mode in it that they haven't had, and it's just like the yard, right? Where you basically are playing 5-on-5 football. They literally have like a BLM campaign, like where you wear like clothing that is like BLM. And I just was like, it's coming to that point now where they're just it's everyone's just like putting this everywhere, you know, and that's another thing of politics. I feel like people might think that that's not politics, but that's politics. You know, for them to throw that in the game. I forget what it lives matter, but it says it's along those lines.
Yeah. And I don't know. I personally
really
use games and all that as an escape. I urge everybody to go out, do their due diligence, vote, etc., etc. I personally, you know, I just worry that this is the start of what could be a lot worse. That's how I see it. You know, I respect the idea. I get what they're trying to do. I don't know. I don't think this you know, I just don't think this is the right way, because I see this as being taken as, you know, now people and campaigns in 2024 are going to be creating COD skins that say, you know, whatever Republican, Democrat, yada yada, and all over it on their guns and it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they already do that, and it's only gonna keep progressing because the internet is the internet, and it's just, I don't like it. I don't. I just, it is what it is. I don't. Anyways, I feel like you guys kind of have already stated your opinions on it. Any other closing remarks on it?
I think like you were saying, it's just. It doesn't belong in what we do, you know. I mean, because isn't it against TOS to talk about politics and shit like that, or is that just a rule that people have in their?
Nah, that's just a rule that people have. You can do whatever politics you want, you know.
Okay, no, I was just wondering, because I was like, it's gonna make it hard. It's gonna make it hard for people to.
No, 110%.
If
yeah,
they're playing that, so
yeah. Yep, it's true, because then it's like, if you don't want to talk about politics, whatever, because you don't want to start arguments, but then you have that on your Animal Crossing island, like, you're kind of, you know, you're promoting, but then not allowing any, you know, dialogue, and then you're stuck in a hard situation, rock in a hard place, and it's just I don't like the whole situation at all about it. I don't know.
Well, then that's like you said, someone could come in and knowing that they have these signs, and if they don't have the sign, right, if they don't have a Joe Biden sign, they could be like, that opens up a floodgate. Why don't you have a Joe Biden? Or are you not voting for Joe Biden? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could just be like, no, I just don't want it in there to not have this conversation.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to deal with this, but then, you know, because you don't have that, it's just, there's just so many things, because we all are used to the internet and know how it works. Like, I just see all of these scenarios. Anyway, any other thoughts?
No.
She's like, I'm
no. She already voiced hers. All right. Very quickly, talk about, because we are catching up, because we got off track for a little bit. PS5 backwards compatibility is confirmed that it is not a thing, or lack thereof of backwards compatibility. Has some level for PS4. It says most games will be on PS4, or will be available on PS5, but that's it. Nothing else. PS3, PS2, PS1. A lot of this speculation came from the fact that there was a leak for patents for a kind of cloud gaming type of thing that allowed old school PlayStation games. Patent that was filed in Japan, you know, it wasn't actually like confirmed and announced by PlayStation, but they did file patents for a type of cloud gaming thing for old school PlayStation games. So a lot of people thought that there was going to be some backwards compatibility there. That being said, is this a deal breaker? You know, PS5 has a lot of shit going on.
Man,
either
it's not
way,
a deal breaker at
yeah,
all.
like
PS5
it does.
has so many good games.
Yeah, yeah, like let's say, like they have a lot of exclusives and things like that. Like, is this a factor in really like gaming?
I look at it. Well, okay, so I look at it like this, right? On PC, right? I can, if there's a game that I wanted to play, like that was from a while ago, I can do that without. It's not like I have to like take out my graphics card and go to like an older graphics card to play a certain game,
Mhm.
right? I feel like if there is a game that someone enjoys a lot or a series that someone enjoys a lot, like imagine if like what's an exclusive? Like let's say another Last of Us comes out in the future and someone's like, "Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to stream Last of Us 2." They have to go get their old PS4 out instead of just being like, "Oh, I'll just play it on the same console."
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's such a tiny thing to be like, "Oh, I have to plug this back in," but it's just one of those things where it's like having it convenient, you know,
Mhm.
instead of, you know, I can't play this unless I keep my PlayStation 4 somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I could think of that too, but you know, at the same time, if you're that invested in playing that game at some point ever again, keep that system and plug it back in. Like you said, like I agree. Like I don't think this is a deal breaker. I think a lot of people personally are making a lot of, you know, creating a lot of noise about this. For me, backwards compatibility isn't really a thing. If you really want to play that old game, have that old system, whatever, especially like PC wise, like, you know, you can run old school OS to make it work. Console wise, trust me, I really loved Legends of Dragoon on the original PlayStation, but I'm not upset that I can't play it on my PS4. Like, I get it. Like, there's a lot that goes into backwards compatibility. I think that this is just a lot of noise that people are making, but it is officially confirmed either way that most PS4 games, I don't know how many that is, you know, this is just coming from Sony itself, but most PS4 games will be available on PS5, but after that, that's it. And I personally, I think that's okay. I think that there's a lot extra that the developer has to do to make it viable to work.
Didn't they do something like that with the 360 to the One, where it was like if it just came out on the 360, like you could still play it on the One? Like they did something like that, right?
Yeah, and then there was like, yeah, backwards, like somewhat combat, but they also had like the arcade and other things at the time and weird things like. I
just don't want it to come out and them have no games like lined up for it.
No, they definitely still have that for the PS5. And then, like, you know, Il said, like, you know, they have a lot of exclusives. That's their main draw for this new system, is they have a lot of, you know, their main focus is, hey, these are the exclusives that we're going to have. So ideally, you won't want to play all those old games. Like, I personally, I don't get all the fuss over lack of backwards compatibility. You know, especially since it was never officially confirmed, but it is a thing that now officially is not a thing. So I wanted to talk about it in case anybody cared.
The digital age, right? Like what we were talking about, where it's not a disc anymore. I'm at like, what if someone has to sell their console to like afford the new one? You know, like what if that's their plan? Like I gotta sell my PS4 to get some extra money to buy the PS5, and then they lose those.
I'm sure they'll
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, it's like in this ain't yeah,
they'll release like a PS5 version of the game.
Yeah, they'll release the popular games. They'll make it work.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's one thing I always think about. How many thousands of dollars worth of games I have on my Xbox? You know what I mean? Like even on Steam.
Yeah,
it's just basically throwing money away at that point.
The backwards compatibility on my Xbox ever.
Oh, I do.
Everything was always on digital.
I played well, yeah, but I mean, like they even have like 360 games on digital. Like if you own like I have Skate 3 on Xbox. That was Xbox 360. I still play that for fun. So
shoot, I was playing Altered Beast from Sega.
Oh man, Altered Beast. I remember that. Oh, now you're bringing up anyways, not a deal breaker for me. I personally I still don't think PS5 has the biggest say in the next console generation. I still think Xbox is looking better with everything I've seen, but I don't think this should really sway anybody one way or the other. I mean, how often are you really playing your PS3 games and PS2 games and PlayStation 1 games, realistically, that you don't already have a new remastered version?
Yeah, I just play remastered versions.
Yeah, like
of the
all
games.
those types of games already have remastered versions for the PS4, and most likely those are going to be covered by the PS5. So I don't see the issue. I don't know. I don't know.
No issues.
Well, so yeah. Like I said, it's not like a huge thing. The only thing I'm thinking of is like speedrunners and stuff like that. You know, that like. Because there is that genre of people that play the old games just because they can, you know, like.
But they still have their original consoles, though.
Like a retro
so.
or anything like that is just speedrunning, you know.
Yeah. Well, they still have their original consoles and that, so they're cool.
Right. No,
Yeah.
and then I just think about it, and I'm like, why would they get a PS5 in the first place?
Yeah, they're going to be playing it on the original console and that anyway. So,
Right.
But that was in the news. I'm glad we're kind of all on the same page. Last but not least,
that's not a deal breaker at all.
Yeah, exactly. Last but not least, upcoming games this week. I always like to kind of point out the couple things. 3 big ones upcoming. Of course, Spellbreak I talked about, released today. New BR. We talked about that a little bit. I'm excited for that. Tony Hawk and Avengers both come out on Friday. I pre-ordered Tony Hawk. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm excited. I want to have the skate park and play around in a skate park with my friends, multiplayer 1 and 2. Avengers, personally, I haven't been impressed by it enough. Like I've seen a lot. I've watched a lot of people play it. I was excited, and then I got turned off by it. Thoughts on any and all of those? You know, like
I haven't seen the Avengers yet. The Tony Hawk, I'm super stoked for it because I've been looking for a new game. You know, like I like the realism of like the skates. I'm like super into like what they did as far as like making it feel like you're actually skateboarding. You know, using the joysticks. I want to infinite grind again. I want to do stupid shit off of a rooftop and have no consequences.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I played the demo. It was a lot of fun with the pre-order when the demo went live for it. Any thoughts on all of these coming out?
I'd be excited about Marvel. I've been watching a couple of my friends play it. It looks pretty interesting.
It looks fun. I was very excited for it for quite a while, and then when I actually saw footage and saw how a lot of things work, I kind of took a step back personally. I think there's, and they have like a battle pass that's specific per character, like for like getting skins in that per character, so whatever character you play, not overarching, which has pros and cons. Obviously, if you're playing Thor and don't care about Hulk, now you're only getting Thor skins. I get that, but at the same time, like if you want to be able to play both characters, now you have to buy 2 battle passes for exclusive skins. There's a lot of things, but just I'm not disappointed by the game. I just, I don't know. Like for me personally, like when I watched it, what I was looking forward to, it wasn't there, and I saw just a lot of same old, kind of when it came out to it. This was a game that I was looking forward to pre-order and be playing on release day. So I'm not like somebody who, oh, this game is trash, whatever. Like, I was really looking forward to this game. Then I saw a lot of the gameplay of it, and I was just like, eh.
It didn't interest you? Nothing like stuck out or jumped out
like I
at
was
you.
just
It was
like,
I need to get this game.
Yeah,
So
like,
I just watched the trailer and then I watched the gameplay, and for some reason in my mind I was thinking it was like Mortal Kombat.
like it's
Like I thought it was gonna be like
Oh
that.
yeah, you know what?
Like,
Yeah.
like the Mortal Kombat story mode where it was like you fight certain person and then story like
Yeah,
like
and-
cinematic part.
it's
This
supposed
doesn't
to
look like that
have
at all,
it,
but at the
it's
same time, I'm kind of with you, Kdog. Like, I don't know.
It's supposed to have a little bit of that kind of gear grind that like Borderlands has, where you equip gear and it's supposed to get better. But like, as weird as it sounds, and Shredder might be able to agree. I don't know, if you play a lot of those kind of like gear grindy games like Destiny, Borderlands, all that. But
Not really. If
yeah,
I-
so like Diablo and all that. So well, like one of the main things that I like doing is when I find that gear piece that especially is epic or whatever, I like showing it off on my character a little bit. Like I like showing off that gear set that I have in MMOs and RPGs, etc. Like I like the cosmetic value of that. In Avengers, your gear doesn't change how you look at all. It's all cosmetic skins that you either buy or like get on the battle pass or whatever. And I know that may seem trivial to a lot of people, but for me in a game that is a gear grinding game, like I want the gear that I'm grinding for to
something.
to show, to represent, to have a visual effect, like not just a stat effect. I don't know.
I agree with
know.
that.
Like
but at the same time too, like, also with this type of game, like I'm a superhero, right?
yeah.
I shouldn't have a skill tree.
Like I don't know. It's just there's a
You have a point.
Yeah,
You have such
yeah,
a point
I
on
yeah.
shouldn't.
You already have the skill.
Yeah, you have
I,
to-
shouldn't-
I get
should
it.
be walking. I should just be walking through and murdering.
And that's the thing,
everything.
like I have so many conflicted feelings about this game, but at the end of the day, like I'm not excited for it, but it's one of those that I'm like, I'll get it when it's on sale. Like, and I think that's what it comes down to, is that I'm too conflicted. I don't feel strongly
If it
enough.
ever like ended up on Game Pass or it ended up on like on sale, that's when I get it.
Yeah,
but I'm not
exactly,
gonna,
like, that's-
I can't see myself buying it.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
like, and I was super excited for it. I really was. This was one of those games that I was looking forward to in the fall. And everything I've seen, I've just been kind of like, all right. Like I wanted to like, and like I said, I know the cosmetic thing is kind of trivial, but I'm just so used to Diablo, Borderlands, even Destiny, like every looter shooter RPG, any RPG style of game. Like I know it seems trivial, like cosmetic wise, that your gear doesn't represent, but you have a little tiny image of what this gear piece looks like in the game, and then you come in your inventory, and then you go back into game after you've equipped it, and Hulk still looks the exact same. I'm like, no, I want to see him wearing that fucking chest piece that I just put on him. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it's kind of awkward because of comic canon, because he probably isn't going to actually be wearing a random vest, but I would like to see that. Like, I don't know. Like, I know it seems weird, but that's one of my biggest things about it.
They have like like you said, the cosmetics though, from like what I saw. I don't know too much about it, but from what I saw, it looks like they have like the cosmetics from the movies.
But
And you
yeah,
can,
that's
like, be like,
it's
I like
bought
the
skins.
Hulk in this part with this
Yeah,
costume. I can
it's
wear
bought
that.
skins. It's not
Right.
based off of your gear. It's, hey, Fortnite, whatever, I bought the battle pass, I unlocked this skin that has this look. So it doesn't matter what gear you have equipped, you look like that.
Right, and like I said, you're a superhero. You should be able to wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, which is fine, but I don't know. Like I said, that's just me. I like to flex my gear when I'm in that type of game. I like to be like, this is the fucking gear that I have. I ground out for this shit for however
but
many
this doesn't
hours.
look like, it's not open world, is it? It's like,
It's not open
kinda
world, but
just-
it's like
No, I don't think it is.
It's RPG. It still has the
What they
RPG.
should do then for you, Kdog, is they need to make like a DC universe, but a Marvel universe MMORPG.
Yeah, and I'd be okay
Boom,
with that.
there.
That's and I'd be happy.
That's your game right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And I get that.
DC universe was dope.
DC Universe was fun, and I get that, and I know that's what I'm looking for. So that's why I'm not trying to, push my opinions on other people. I just know that's, as weird as it is, that's one of my main takeaways that I don't like. And it's tiny, I know, but for me, it's a big thing, because I know
I get it.
I would be very disappointed that my guy constantly looks the same, even though I'm leveling him up and yada yada. And it's just, ugh.
Well,
But
it's funny because it's like we all have our things, right? Like when I play a game, if I'm playing like a story-based game, right? I do enjoy a skill tree, majority of the time. I like to be able to like make my character unique to other people's. But in this, it makes zero sense to have a skill tree, in my opinion.
well, I mean, they're supposed to be like, they're supposed to be progressing through like a story kind of RPG action-wise, where obviously enemies get harder, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah, but I'm still the Hulk. I should be able to smash
yeah,
everything.
No, I agree. It's just, you have to dispense that a little bit to fit into the dialogue of the game of getting stronger. But I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
No,
playing
I get
that.
It's such a hard, like, superhero games are so hard
Yeah.
for me. Because
So.
it's like you're a fucking
They're hard
like,
to get into, yeah.
that's like playing a Superman game and dying. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's
the
like
only superhero game I ever enjoyed was probably like Batman.
Yeah, but Batman can die.
like
Spider-Man can die.
Yeah.
Superman can't fucking die unless you get him. Like, well, even Kryptonite doesn't kill him, right?
Kryptonite, unless you get a new. Well, yeah. What
weakens
kills
him.
him?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I get it. I people want to play as their favorite superheroes. I understand that, but it's so difficult to make that a game, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, so Avengers, Spellbreak, I'm excited for. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Tony Hawk, ill. Are you excited for Tony Hawk at all? I know Shredder said he was. Ill. Any excitement for Tony Hawk at all?
No.
And that's okay. That's okay.
No.
That's perfectly okay. We won't hold that against you.
The only skating game I ever
Much.
played was Skate 2, and that was it.
Yeah, and we won't hold it against you too much.
There's one on Steam, like I was saying before. Like, I'm super excited for Tony Hawk, because of the arcadey feel of it.
Mhm.
But there's a game on Steam that's like, it's almost like Skate, but it's literally like you build your park. There's no story. It's literally a skate simulator where it's like it has realistic spots from like life. You just go there and skate. There's no points.
Dude,
just go there and do the tricks that
I
you want to
just
do at that spot.
I am looking forward to having a multiplayer lobby with Shredder, and even though Ill doesn't have it, but hypothetically Ill, and like 6 other people, and all of us just hang out in one area of Tony Hawk and just do some tricks, and whoever gets the highest score, like, we just brag about it, like with a minute, like
Skate
it's like we have a nice little like lobby and everything else. I don't know. Yeah. So
I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they have, because I don't know about you, but I skateboarded, I rode BMX.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things about Tony Hawk was unlocking the pro videos. I'm hoping they have those in this, like, clips of them actually skating.
It would be nice if they brought back a lot of the original, like, soundtrack and everything, so I'd be very intrigued if they brought back a lot of that other stuff as well. So we'll see.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, if you
the
like,
original,
let's
the
say
original
Rodney
skate
Mullen,
videos.
and you beat the game as Rodney Mullen, you unlocked his like his clips.
Yeah, I remember.
So you could, so
I remember back
I'm
in the
hoping
day.
they do that with like all the new skaters, because they're gonna have like Nigel Houston, they're gonna have like all the newer like up and comer skaters too.
I haven't paid attention
not
to
just
skating in like 20 years. I say I haven't paid attention to skating in like 20 years. I haven't paid attention to
Never watched
skating.
skate videos?
Well, like, I mean, like, I watched like those, but I'm like, I'm saying I wouldn't know any new people that they announced. Like, I played the Tony Hawk demo, and I'm like, hey, Tony Hawk, and a couple other, like, the people that I recognized from the original games. After that, I would not fucking know, because I played the games, and that was it. I couldn't
watched,
skate.
like,
I
all the
tried.
detours
I
and
failed.
stuff like that.
I tried to do
I
the
used to
thing.
watch a lot of the barracks. That was like one of my favorites to watch.
Dude,
like all the Mountain Dew tours. It's so funny to me because like Ryan Sheckler now is like, you remember him as a kid, like when Tony Hawk found him, or like didn't find him. I wouldn't say he founded him.
Oh
but,
gosh, how old would he be right now? Because I remember like watching him when he was a kid.
It's so funny. It's you look at Ryan Sheckler now, and he's like Tony Hawk in his prime right now. I think he's like 20. I want to say he's got to be at least like almost 30.
And Nigel was
God,
my
that's
other
so
favorite one to watch.
old. Gosh.
Well, Nigel Houston's turned into such a douchebag. Like, nobody likes him. No, like, he's got that cocky arrogance to him. Like, he thinks that he like made skating, but
Kdog.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, he's a fucking douche.
He's 30. Ryan Sheckler's 30.
He's 30.
He's born in 89. See,
Hey,
like,
same
I wonder
Z's.
if they'll have like a Andy Anderson. Like, you should look up an Andy Anderson video. That guy is a genius.
We're not
when it
looking up
comes to
skating videos right now.
I said that like in your spare time, not right now.
Yeah, you know how to do right now.
Yeah.
The only reason I know about it is because I used to DJ at at a skate shop. And that's what we would do is play skate and watch skating videos all day.
That's fucking awesome. That is awesome. Any other, like, that's what's coming up this week that I saw big wise. I think that's about it. Any other things? I don't see anything in nobody posted anything in live Q&A this week, so that's okay. Any other comments, concerns from you two?
No.
Can't think of anything.
All right, awesome. Well, we'll go right along. We'll do closing ceremonies, starting with Shredder. Shredder, where and when can everybody find you?
Shit, right now, no one could find me. Like, find me.
For those of you guys that don't know out there, listening / watching, depending on what platform, Shredder, Cali, and wildfires, and it makes things hard to stream and stuff. So, but that being said,
I would like to get a stream in soon. But yeah, you can find me on Twitch. I don't mess with social media, man. I try to stay away from it.
But he is.
Like, I mean, everybody knows me. Like, I don't tweet anything. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Snapchat. I'm like the worst. I'm like the worst when it comes to like this. You know, I like to just go live and hang out. Mm. So just follow me.
Well, if you want to go live and hang out, it's the Shredder OG on Twitch and Insta and everything else. There you go. And you can hang out when he isn't, absconded by fires and all that kind of stuff.
Thanks.
Ill. When and where can we find you for everybody out there listening?
Shoot. I mean, I'm more active on my socials. So, of course, twitch.tv/illcat, ILL_KAT. Also, I have my YouTube. And that one is the same as without the underscore, though. It's just ILLKAT.
3 L's.
And of course, Instagram. I'm super active on Twitter. I'm super active on Twitter. And then I do have a show coming up in south of Austin, Texas. I'm going to be spinning for an all women's wrestling company.
That is awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Dude,
that's going to be on September 18th. So if anyone wants to check that out,
is that going to be like
Pro?
Yeah, is that going to be televised? Wait, how is that? Hold on, I want to make note. Hold on.
So it is going to be live streamed on missionprowrestling.com. But it's also going to be a live show. Of course, we're going to be practicing social distancing. We're going to be like, everyone's going to sit apart from each other. And right now there's bids going on. I think you bid on like which fights you want to see happen on the website. But I'm just providing the music, the tunes.
Which you are awesome at, so that's okay. So I'll be sure to add that into the description of the podcast / web show. And you said that's the 18th, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm super excited because with COVID, every gig that I had planned this year didn't happen. So this is like my first gig for like the year.
I will say I am disappointed a little bit in Ill because earlier, before we close out, I'm gonna throw a little shade because earlier when she was doing her whole like spinning DJ thing, she was like all done up, like had the sexy top going on, like was doing her thing, like let's do this, like yeah, she was doing the thing. Now tonight for the web show, she's in a fucking baggy shirt and just doesn't care. Like I'm not, which I appreciate. I'm just saying. I'm like, all right. I see what kind of vibe you're giving off. All right. No, I just wanted to give you a little bit of shit at that.
I was really hot in that dress. I was sweating, so I took it off.
No, I didn't want to mention that at the beginning, and I just thought of it again. I was like, earlier in the night I'm lurking, and she's like jamming out.
Chill on here.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that. That's what the vibe that we're going for. But I had to give that little poke because I did notice it earlier when I was in the chat. I was like, she changed. That's not what she was wearing when I was lurking earlier an hour and a half ago.
I still have my makeup on. My hair's still done.
And you still look good, girl. Don't you worry. You look good. You know, I just thought it was funny that, you know, she slummed down to hang out with all of us.
Hell yeah, get relaxed.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it should be.
And chill type of vibe.
Well, that's exactly what this is. We relax, we chill, we talk shop, and then, you know, that's it. And then my OBS crashes 17 times that I have to look into why that's doing that this week.
Oh,
Anyways,
no.
but hey, it's all been recording the whole time, which is weird. And I don't, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll probably have to recompense something. I don't know. Because right now I look over at my OBS and it looks like it's crashed, but I look at my gaming PC and I still see that I'm live because I can wave at myself. Hi, Kdog. So I don't know what's going on. Technology. It is what it is.
Right.
That being said, everything barring anything else, I'm going to close up because we are at the 3-hour mark, which is plenty. A little under 3 hours because we started a little after 11. Thank you to you both. Truly. I appreciate you being on the show. I really do. Ilcat, would love to have you back as always.
God, yeah. Would love to be back too.
We'll add you on. Hey, I always love having co-hosts. I try to have a different co-host every week. Once you're on the show, you're able to be a co-host. So, but I will do closing ceremonies. We already talked about where everybody can find everybody. Of course, for me myself, KdogAfterDark Gaming on everything besides Twitch, because that is the actual business name. KdogAfterDark Gaming, Instagram, yada yada, YouTube. If you want to see other episodes of this live broadcasted, that's on YouTube as well under KdogAfterDark Gaming. And that is about it. KdogAfterDark on Twitch. And I think that's about it. You can have all the links there relative to it. You guys can find all that good stuff for all the other web shows. We're going to go ahead and play some games and do some good shit. I'm going to end the recording so that way I can get it working. And we're going to go do the thing. So everybody wave. Shredder, wave at the people for YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.
I wave.
There we go.
Bye.
Say bye to YouTube. And that being...
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, with that, like, I feel like the people that get like super, you know, famous off of these things are like people that can just like go crazy buck wild and do, like, they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And I can't get my energy level that high to where I'm gonna go put on booty shorts and fucking just act like an idiot. You know, I'm 33 years old. I'm not gonna go.
Oh, that's like, yeah, and that's I feel like the boomer
You know
side.
what I mean?
I agree. Like I did that. I looked at a couple like I watched, and they were like, you know, gamer girls or whatever, and all that. You know, because I was in that weeb side of things. So of course, like gamer girls popped up, and I look at it, you know, of course, like I look at their profile and like they stream, and I go and I look at their Twitch, and they're like, you know, like 60 followers, like, you know, whatever, but they're like catering to that mindset, and I'm just like,
Right.
you are making so much money just off of like Twitch and
I mean, at this
or
point,
off
I'm
of
about
TikTok.
to sell out and just start acting a fool. You know what I mean?
Shit, it fucking. But yet like to comparison, those same profiles with 200 followers on Twitch had 15,000, 50,000 plus on TikTok, and I'm just like, what is going on here? Like what?
Different people looking at different things.
Yeah,
you got if you're gonna do anything, you have to figure out who your audience is. You know, TikTok's probably like high schoolers, mostly, right? Because what are they doing? They're looking at a few
high
videos
school
before
or
they
middle
go into
schoolers,
class.
like it seems like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old, but it seems like there's a lot of middle schoolers in that, like middle school,
Yeah,
high school,
So that's your
younger
audience.
generation.
You're gonna
Damn
do dumber
kids.
shit on there.
Shakes fists at Sky.
Yeah, You just gotta figure out who you're preferring for.
I probably have to get off.
Okay, no,
nice.
yeah, we're just talking bullshit. No, Ill, thank you
I
so much.
know.
No,
I gotta go to sleep.
I love you. No,
I'm
get some rest. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. 110%.
I gotta go see
No,
my. I
I
have a
know.
procedure tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you said you had. I know, and I've been keeping up on Twitter. So hey.
So you know what's gonna
Yes,
happen tomorrow.
So yes, so congrats on what has happened so far.
I know. Now I have to kind of
Yeah. So hey.
stay strong for the next 2 weeks.
So yes. So hey, I'm rooting for you. Congrats so far. I wasn't gonna bring it up obviously during the show, but
yeah, that's okay.
Congrats so far. I am rooting for you 110%. Go get some rest. I hope everything works out well. So
I hope so too. Bye, Shredder.
Hi, nice
Nice
meeting you.
meeting you. I don't think I followed you yet. Wait, hold on. Can you put his link on there?
Hold on, wait. If I do, I think it's yes. Hold on. I don't even know my own commands. There we go. Yeah. No, wait, why did it revert?
It's under Cardin Charlie.
Why did that revert? Oh no, because the timer is updated. I didn't update the actual command.
I can type it. It's fine.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, hold on. Wait. I updated the timer to make sure that it worked. But there we go. It should be there now. Wait.
Nope, not yet.
So I updated the timer during the web show to make sure it worked, but it didn't think. Well, either way, it's the Shredder OG. So here.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know why I forgot to update the actual command itself, not the timer. Hi, kitty. You look so picturesque right there.
All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Get some rest.
sorry,
I will. Sorry for the OBS difficulties. It's been something the last couple weeks. I'll send you.
I'm not the only one that goes through that shit.
Yeah.
No, we all do. Even mine messes up a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's a new one for me. Yeah,
Like,
that's a new one.
My bitrate just dies. I don't get it.
Can you run it too high?
Well, I'll
I
send
run it at
you.
3500.
Oh yeah, I see.
Which is like in between.
Yeah, see, I'm a over. Yeah, I'm very exponential. Yeah, I run mine at 8K. Yeah. Anyways,
okay.
No, I'll send you the link for it when the YouTube and all that. So for your community and that, so they can check it out.
Yeah, so I can show them.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.